7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Football season is underway, so now is the perfect time to download.
It's Imperial Tiger Football on Kxo Radio.com. Now, let's get ready for the kickoff with George Grijalva and Mickey Dale. Tiger Football on Kxo Radio.com.
Good evening and welcome to Shimamoto Simpson Stadium on the campus of Imperial High School for Tiger Football. I'm Mickey Dale along with George Grijalva here to bring you all the action of tonight's non-league game between the unbeaten Hawks of Gila Ridge and the 3-1 Tigers. Imperial was humbled last Friday in Blythe as the Palo Verde Yellow Jackets, the defending San Diego Section CIF Division 5 champions, rolled to a 20-3 halftime lead and went on to post a 33-9 victory, handing the Tigers their first loss of the season after 3 wins. One big positive to come from the game from the Tigers, the emergence of 6'4" wide receiver Jared Nixon, who not only caught his first pass of the season, but added 4 more catches after that for 85 yards and his first varsity touchdown. I'm looking for some good things from this junior wideout as the season continues. Now he's got his feet wet with some catches, and he's set to go. The Hawks have jumped out of the gate quickly with a 2-0 record after scoring a 41-7 opening season win over Southwest and downing Cibola 19-6 last Friday. The Raiders scored their first points of the season in 3 games before the Hawks notched 19 unanswered points. Gila Ridge won for the last time the teams met here in 2019 and are looking for a second consecutive win on the road at Imperial. Last week's game, I don't know if you saw, George, but Cibola scored first, and it was their first points of the season against the Hawks last week.
No, I did not know that.
Yeah, they scored first, long run.
I knew it was a close game, but I didn't see that.
Long run, and then they tried punting deep in their own territory. It was blocked. It rolled in the end zone. The Hawks fell on it, and since Cibola missed their extra point, the Hawks got theirs, made it 7-6. And they got 2 more touchdowns, and it ended up as 19-6 win.
That's what I remember
against Cibola from last week. So it's the Hawks and the Tigers, and we'll look at the Hawks as our pregame show continues in just a moment.
Simply at home, now at 607 West Main Street in El Centro. The largest vintage and antique selection in the Valley. Over 3,000 square feet of collectibles and antiques. With a wide selection of vendors, you never know what you're going to find at Simply at Home. Come check out the other great businesses inside Simply at Home's new location, such as Lolo's Essentials, Wicked Ink Tattoo, All Valley Estates, and Odds and Ends. That's Simply at Home, open Tuesday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 5:30, and Saturdays, 10 to 3, at 607 West Main Street in El Centro. Learning a new skill, continuing your education, or returning to school for the first time can be stressful. IVC has the resources to help you succeed by offering programs to eligible students who qualify for tuition assistance, book grants, and additional programs like IVC's Kitchen Pantry, housing program, career services support, and so much more. Let Imperial Valley College help you become a college graduate. Visit imperial.edu/admissions to register today. Imperial Valley College is recognized nationwide as a top 10 community college for college excellence.
Start the day off right with your favorite drink from Brickhouse Coffee, next door to Brickhouse Deli at the Lisa Tucker Center in Imperial. Brickhouse Coffee has so many drinks to choose from. Hot drinks, blended drinks, or cold drinks, including the best tea in the Valley with different flavors. Open daily with a convenient drive-thru. And next door, Brickhouse Deli with big, full, fresh flavor. The Valley's premier deli, serving breakfast and lunch. So come visit them both at the Lisa Tucker Center on West Ayton Road in Imperial.
I want to thank some people who have already checked in. Our East Coast time representative, Lee Elder, has checked in from Talmadge, Ohio. We need to get your temperatures there, Lee, and teases, because it's about 95 degrees, I think, at kickoff time here, so it's going to be a little bit warm. And Roy Platt from the class of 1987 already checked in with us. Let's go Tigers, go Big Red.
Yeah, Roy, thanks for listening in. I just spoke to Chris and Billy on the way here, and as I was telling that the game was going to be on Thursday, they threw a touchdown pass to Jet.
Oh, how cool.
Yeah.
How cool is that?
They're watching it live on those streams.
Yeah, we did have one troublemaker already call to tease you about not being at KQ Ranch up at Julian.
Just talking to their daughter.
Yeah, I see Jerry Don down here, too. And that's Lois and Edward Tejas, who are up at Julian. And we're teasing George that come up here where it's cool, and we have to stay down here where we're boiling. But they're listening from upstairs, so we're glad you're with us again this week, Lois.
Our getaway, KQ Ranch.
Yeah, KQ Ranch.
That's our getaway.
Right there. Yeah. we thank all of you for listening in. And if you check in on our Facebook site, Imperial California Memories, and check in on the link that's on here, then we will know who is listening in and give you a little shout out. I know that Marianne Gerardo, I always have to say Gerardo because I can't. Gerardo. Yeah, you'll do that. I should do the Marianne Chalo part, and you give the last one. Okay. And there's that Chalito's on the team, but he's got an injury right now, so he's out for one more game. So they're at home and electing to stay where it's cool and listen to us. We appreciate you guys listening in tonight as well. And usually Rick Sharf is checking in, so hopefully he is listening in from the Gulf Coast of Mississippi, and that's always neat to have him checking in from there. So he says he swapped one PC for another. Plaster City for Pass Christian, Mississippi. Oh, there you go. That's one for the other, like that.
Rick, here.
Yeah, so if you're listening in, Kyla should be listening in. She's up in Meridian. She sent a picture today of the leaves starting to turn up in Idaho. So that
one day we're going to make it that way.
Exactly. So it's Imperial and Gila Ridge tonight. Jessica Slaughter, a Gila Ridge alum, took over the program last year, becoming the third female head coach in Arizona high school history. And although they took some bumps last year, finishing up 1-9, the Hawks have started this season 2-0, outscoring their opponents by a combined 60-13. That's right. Tonight is just their third game of the season. It's Imperial's fifth.
Yeah, it's always the other way around.
Right.
It's always been that way.
Yeah. So anyway, we'll see how that comes out as they go. And this is the third game on the road as well. They haven't played a home game yet.
Oh, really?
No, they haven't played a home game yet. Gila Ridge goes primarily from an I formation with 6'2" sophomore quarterback Steven Navas and tailback Michael Galaz. They're putting up most of the offensive numbers. Galaz ran for 111 yards on 13 carries and 2 touchdowns in the opening season win over Southwest. He notched the third touchdown last week in the win over Cibola. Now, the teams are evened up at 2-2 in the all-time series between the schools. We'll take a look back at that. We're going to jog your memory a little bit and get some names from the past, and that comes up in just a moment.
Have you been wanting new flooring but putting it off? Don't wait anymore. Derma Floor Covering has the flooring you want at blowout prices. Yes, I mean blowout prices. Hardwood plank, regularly priced $9.99 a square yard, now $3.99 a square yard, and over 1,100 square feet in stock. Select tiles, regularly priced $5.99 to $6.49 a square foot, now on sale at $1.34 to $1.99 a square foot. Stop by Derma's Floor Covering today, 220 North State Street in Imperial. Your flooring wishes can come true at Derma's Floor Covering.
Wake up with Broken Yolk Café, open daily at 7 a.m., serving your favorite breakfast, from omelets, pancakes, eggs benedict, waffles, and yes, Mexican breakfast too. Broken Yolk Café serves lunch till 2 p.m. from sandwiches, salads, and yes, of course, the all-American cheeseburger. Broken Yolk Café thanks you for voting us the best breakfast in town. Once again, you can order online at Broken Yolk Café, El Centro, or call 760-352-9655.
Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. I've been providing private security locally for more than 20 years and have owned Southwest Security for more than 6.5 years. I'm proud to announce that we have over 250 employees working here in Imperial and Coachella Valley. Last year, I opened Southwest Postal, offering you 24-hour access 365 days a year. PO box service to you. Also located at Southwest Security at the corner of 4th and Highland in El Centro. If you're in the need for security services, please call us at Southwest Security at 760-970-4500. That's 970-4500.
Mickey Dale and George Grijalva just minutes away from the opening kickoff between the Tigers and the Gila Ridge Hawks as the Tigers have come onto the stadium. And I told you, George, it's been so long. It's been like a month since we were here.
Yeah.
And it really has. After 3 away games, it's kind of nice to be back home, at least for 1 week. So the Tigers in their home red jerseys, white pants, red helmets with the white piping down the middle of the helmet. And they have the IT on one side and their jersey number on the other. The Gila Ridge Hawks are all white on the opposite side with Carolina blue. North Carolina blue, yeah, with darker blue trim on the opposite side. And the all-time record for Gila Ridge and Imperial games is knotted at 2-2. The first time they met, though, was back in 2008. Imperial came away with a 23-0 win. And in that first contest back then, Uriel Navarro had a game-high 73 yards rushing and scored a touchdown for Imperial. Tony Ramos was 5 for 50 rushing and scored the other 2 touchdowns. And we have to give a shout-out to Jill Dean. I think she cuts about half of the hair in the city of Imperial, who is Jill Robinson. Others may know her as Jill Robinson from the class of 1978. Her brother Joe, of course, is in our class of 77. And we mentioned Jill as her son Adam caught a 45-yard pass in that game and that was the Tigers' lone completion from quarterback Chris Lopez in the 23-0 shutout.
I forgot about Chris.
Yeah.
I forgot about Chris.
It's what's kind of fun about going through, and remembering that. And Adam went to Cal Poly San Luis Obispo and stayed up there, says he's living the dream up there. So that's great. And Adam, if you're listening tonight, glad you are, and glad we could give you a shout-out for big catch in that game. The Hawks claimed a 16-3 victory in Yuma back in 2018 as Tiger kicker Ellen McDonald's 22-yard field goal averted a shutout. You remember that?
I remember that one.
It was the first and so far only female or field goal by a female in Imperial High School history at the varsity level. Like Martinez led our defense with a pair of interceptions, but we dropped that game by a score of 16-3. And then Gila Ridge would make it 2 in a row the next year in 2019 as the Hawks would come from behind to post a narrow 37-34 victory here in Imperial. And in that game, Tiger running back Manuel Quintero at 92 yards rushing and a touchdown, with Joey Ramos, Andrew Luna, and Ryan Bonillas catching touchdown passes. And Jesus Padilla also added a rushing touchdown for the Tigers. Remember how exciting that was to see him scoring his first touchdown? Yeah, that was kind of cool.
Wasn't it right at the end of the game they punched it?
Right.
Yeah.
And in last year's meeting, C.J. Tiernan came in at quarterback to relieve a struggling Reese Vindiola to complete all 6 of his passes for 150 yards and a touchdown to Jesse Nichols in a 35-7 win against the Hawks in Yuma. Tiernan would also mark his second 100-yard rushing game of the 21 season with 128 yards on just 7 carries and a touchdown. Seth Shaw would have 2 scoring rushes, and Vindiola came back in a quarterback Sinat's first career rushing touchdown. Defensively, Shaw would grab 3 interceptions in the game, giving him 4 in the year at that point, while Joel Villacampos snapped his first career interception. And then Pablo Moreno was credited with 13 tackles in that game in Yuma last year.
I like the way he played. Yeah. Outside linebacker.
Zach Ray chipped in with 10 tackles as the Tigers came within 43 seconds of a shutout, which would have been their second in consecutive games. And speaking of Reese Vindiola, we were talking about him. He's at Weatherford High School in Texas. How's he doing there?
He's doing well. He's a backup quarterback, but his little brother had a touchdown today.
Oh, did he?
Reception.
Okay, good.
On the way here, I was talking to their grandparents.
Okay.
Just reminding them that the game was on Thursday.
Okay.
And Maui.
So he transferred back to Weatherford, Texas. I think they're in the 6A division of Texas, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, that I don't know.
Yeah, I think they are in the largest division back there.
Beautiful.
So, cool. Oh, yeah.
Woo! Texas takes them very seriously when it comes to football back there. The captains are out in the middle of the field right now for the flip of the coin. Zach Ray, Devin Meza, Seth Shaw, and Andres Castellum are the captains for the Tigers. And Braden Faber should be one of the captains for Gila Ridge. Cole Lancaster is another. And Ariam Duarte was one of them.
Chase Cameron also is another one of their captains. So they're discussing that and flipping the coin now to determine who will get the ball first. I see some smoke on the other side.
I know what that means.
We're going to have to come over and get a hamburger here next time. We talked about it up at Valley Center, but that smoke, I know a few times it's come over our way, and we like, oh man, this is not right. We need to have somebody go get it. The Tigers will be receiving to open up the game. They'll defend the north goal here at Tiger Stadium, also dubbed as Shimamoto Simpson Stadium, and we'll be back with the opening kickoff of tonight's game in just a moment.
Bo and his team of employees at Dan's Auto Body are constantly striving on giving you 100% satisfaction on getting your vehicle repaired and fixed right. Dan's Auto Body is grateful for the support they hear from the job they're doing and being highly rated with CarWise.com. Yes, accidents are disturbing, and Dan's Auto Body is here for you to ease the pain and fix your vehicle as fast as possible. Stop by at 1880 West Euclid Avenue in El Centro.
El Zarape restaurant in Imperial is 100% authentic Mexican cuisine. Their extensive menu features traditional handmade Mexican dishes with nothing but fresh ingredients. El Zarape restaurant has taken it over the top with their creative ideas like stuffed special quesadillas with carne asada, shrimp, or pollo asada. And yes, there's something on the menu for everyone, like 17 different burritos. El Zarape restaurant, open Monday through Thursday, 10 a.m. to 7 p.m., and Friday, 9 a.m. to 8 p.m.
Opening kickoff of tonight, Gila Ridge will be kicking off going left to right from the south to the north. And deep to receive for the Tigers, Rashad Robinson on the far side. And we see Angel Barron in the back. He showed some good hands up at Valley Center by getting an interception up there that helped set up what would turn out to be the game-winning touchdown.
Yes, he did.
Yeah. Kicking. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, excellent game up there.
Yeah, it was. That was one of the most exciting games we have called. Kicking off will be Michael Galaz. He is also their running back, and he does the kickoffs as well. A great all-around athlete. He's a senior for this Hawk team. And again, they're in all-white jerseys with the Carolina blue, like North Carolina, if you think of that powder blue, that type of blue that they have. That's the color, with a darker blue outline and dark blue helmets, almost a black. And then they have a blue hawk on the side. We have to look really close for that. Tigers in the red and white. Kickoff. It's going to go deep. And Robinson's going to go back, and we'll get it at the 5. Out to the 10 to the 15. Finds a hole for 15, 25-yard line, crossing the 30 out to about the 32. And a good return for Richard. And the Tigers will take over possession 1st and 10. And offensively, C.J. Tiernan will be at quarterback. Has completed 28 of 52 passes for 304 yards, a touchdown, and 2 interceptions. Still waiting for him to break out running, though, with using an option. We haven't really seen that yet. And we know last year he had about 600-yard games last year.
He did very well last year on the read and keeping and going right off the tackle.
Robinson will start at the running back position. He'll trade off with Seth Shaw throughout the game. Tigers will have 2 wide receivers to the near side of the field, and that's Meza and Nixon. And on the far side, Zach Ray will be in the slot. Dominic Suarez will be on the far side. That's the white side of the field. Waiting for a moment to start the clock. Does the clock get started on the kickoff? So we'll wait a moment on that. Looking at the offensive line for the Tigers is Jose Apodaca, Andres Castellum, Ethan Ariola, Ethan Shields, and then Aiden Shields will be along the line for the Tigers starting out. And we'll try to keep up with players coming in and out as the Tigers substitute freely, and I like seeing that. Keeps fresh bodies out there.
Yeah, especially as warm as it is right now.
So we're waiting for a moment for the I guess it was going through the protocols when they used the scoreboard for soccer, and they're trying to get it back to what it should be for football. So we'll take a few moments for that. While we have this moment, this is the only game in the Valley tonight. There are several tomorrow night as the scoreboard goes completely off. So they may have shut it off and turned it back on. Elsewhere around the Valley, El Centro City title is up for grabs as the Central Spartans host the Southwest Eagles at Cal Jones Field tomorrow. That game will be played live on KXO, 12:30 a.m. Both schools are coming out big losses. The Spartans to Granite Hills, number 2 in Division II, 42-7, and Southwest lost 46-0 to Santa Fe Christian, who's an upper division school for Southwest. Raleigh's back in action after a week off and travels to Fallbrook to take on the Division IV's top-ranked team. And we've got the scoreboard working, and we're ready to go. Tiernan will be in the shotgun. He'll have Richard to his right. Man in motion is Meza. The ball doesn't get snapped. It's going to be a penalty flag going against the Tigers for illegal motion.
Hey, we got Connor Apodaca there in right guard. Just noticed that.
So the 5-yard penalty against Imperial will mark it back 5. Back to the 28. And make it a first down and 15. Not a good way to start.
No, not a good start at all.
And the Tigers haven't had many penalties this year, really. And they haven't been a penalty-prone team. 2 wide receivers each side of the field once again. Tiernan will have Robinson to his right side. Freshman running back's just been sensational. It's a high snap. Going to hand it off to Meza, and it's going to throw the timing all down. And Devin will get away from one, but not around the 2nd and 3rd, and he'll be tackled back at the 24-yard line and a loss of 4. It'll be a 2nd down now and 19.
Rickson Zaragoza brought him down, hit him hard. He's also the one that made the tackle on the kickoff.
That high snap, I think, threw all the timing off on it. Yeah.
Everything was good.
So it'll be a 2nd down and 19 from the 24-yard line for the Tigers. I've seen the red jerseys again. It's been so many weeks since we've been on the road. It's kind of nice being at home.
Yeah, I told you that earlier. Yeah. It is Apodaca at center, so he's our normal.
Robinson will move over to the left side now. With Tiernan at quarterback. Takes his time to get the snap. We'll go back to pass. Looks over to the near side. Finds Jared Nixon. Completes the pass at the 30-yard line. He'll get out to about the 34. But the Tigers will look at a 3rd down and 10 coming up.
He had a great game last Friday in Montevideo. I think he had 4 receptions.
5 for 85 yards. Yeah,
beautiful. We were right in line with one. It's beautiful the way he caught it on the side.
I think that's going to be a breakout game for him. We talked about it on the drive home last week. The 3rd down and 9 from the 35 for the Tigers. Robinson stays in the lineup. It'll be the pistol directly behind Tiernan. Looks over the defense, goes back to pass on the fake handoff, throws it out to the right side. As a receiver, going to get Nixon. He'll get the first down. He's at the 50, and it's going to be a foot race. He's at the 30, to the Gila Ridge 20, 10-5, touchdown Tigers.
Beautiful hands. Did you see that?
Outstanding.
Beautiful pass by CJ. Get him on the run. Never broke stride. I love the way he got it on the side. Ooh, that was pretty. Two hands.
We hardly get the words out of saying that he's a breakout game when he gets a 65-yard touchdown pass, and the Tigers are up 6-0.
And I told you that's the one bright thing we had last week.
I agree.
Out of all the bad, when you asked me what I thought, I said right there. That's changing the rest of this season.
Ethan Gonzalez in for the extra point. He's 7 for 8 on the season. He was perfect until one was blocked last week. Ball is down. Kick is up and is good. With 10:05 to go in the first quarter play, it's the Tigers 7 and the Hawks nothing.
The Imperial Tiger Football Association was started years ago to help the football team with much-needed equipment and sending the players to special training. Now, through their fundraising efforts from the past and now, the Imperial Tiger Association is proud of what they have accomplished and what they will continue to do in the future. They're always looking for new members. You can call Victor at 760-960-6317. That's 960-6317 if you're interested in helping out. Go Tigers!
They're lined up and ready to go. It's going to be a 3-play drive. It will go 67 yards and would use just a minute and 55 off the clock. A 65-yard touchdown pass to Jared Nixon, his second reception for touchdown this year and the longest touchdown the Tigers have had this season. And the extra point by Ethan is good. Tigers up 7-0 real quick, and I like the look of that.
I like the start already. It's a whole different team from last week. We came out so flat.
Yeah, you're right. They look a little charged up tonight. Home cooking might do that. Ethan's long kick. It's going to go well and completely through the end zone, and that will be his 8th touchback of the season. And the Hawks will have the ball first and 10. They'll be at their own 25-yard line.
See, who do we have? Looks like everybody's going to be the same. Angel Barone's the only one that's going to be out there. That's not normally out there.
And offensively for Gila Ridge, the quarterback is Stephen Navas, and he will be in the backfield. He runs pretty much a pistol, kind of like a broken up eye, as Galaz will be in the I formation directly behind him. Wide receiver seats out of the field. Matthew Cardona, Seth Turner, Colt Lancaster, you hear all those names. Handoff's going to go to Galaz up the middle. He'll get to the line of scrimmage and nothing more. And I should say started at the 20-yard line. And we'll get maybe a yard on the play, 2nd down and 9.
Beautiful job by the Tiger defense. Aiden Shields finally brought him down with help from Apodaca and Max Alvarez. But this running back, he's probably at least 7 yards off the ball. On 6 now.
They're going to empty the backfield and just have the quarterback. 6'2" sophomore Stephen Navas to the backfield. He goes back to pass. Sets up, throws to the far side, diving, trying to get the catch, and will get the catch out around the 27-yard line. And it looks like it's going to be Braden Faber will get the catch.
Little curl to the inside in front of Barone.
Be a 5-yard gain. 3rd and 4 coming up with the ball resting on the 26-yard line.
Good job by the receiver. Bring that one in because that was a low pass.
It was. He was having a dive coming back to the ball, too, so it didn't get very far. So 3rd down and 4 for Gila Ridge, and they'll bring Galaz back in the backfield to the side of the quarterback who goes back to pass. Passes on the near side, nobody around there. It was intended for Lancaster, but he was well covered. And the Tigers will watch the Hawks go 3 and out, and we'll get the football back.
Yeah, Ethan Reeves and, Jeff Campos on the coverage for the Tigers.
Nice coverage like that.
Yeah, and no chance of that one.
So the Hawks will have to punt. Lancaster does the punting chores for them. He's only averaging about 30 yards a punt, though, George.
No.
Yeah.
Seth is too far back, and he's off here by himself at about the 40. 40 would be about 45 yards.
Good snap back. Lancaster's going to get a pretty good punt, and Shaw's going to have to go back to his 37-yard line. Sidesteps one Hawk, gets out to the 45, breaks the tackle at the 48, and going to go down to the 49-yard line. That's where the Tigers will take over possession 1st and 10, and they will be at their own 49-yard line, leading this ball game early by a score of 7-0.
I'll see John myself to avoid that first tackler there.
And I didn't see who was blocking. We had a blocker that was back there, too.
Dominic.
Okay, Dominic
didn't block from behind.
Right. I think he just kind of used his body to stay between himself and the Hawk. Rashard Robinson will stay in the lineup, but he'll go to a wing on the right side as the Tigers will go to a double wing this time. Seth Shaw will be the lone running back behind quarterback C.J. Tiernan, who's now under center. Jared Nixon will be split to the left. He is by himself. Rashard goes in motion, gets the handoff, tries to turn the corner. Gets a block to tackle at the 45-yard line. Stiff arm at the 42 of the Hawks, and will dive inside the 40 to about the 36-yard line and a first down for Imperial.
I think defense is a little tight. You can see it right away that he's going to get around that corner. I like that they have Nixon one-on-one on this side. I think we need to take advantage of that.
I do, too. I like seeing that for sure. 15-yard gain on that for Rashard. And it'll be actually because of the 35-yard line. Gave me all the way possession of 35, so let's give him the 16 yards on that one. We'll make that 5 of 6. So Nixon will come to the short side of the field, to the near side, and it will be Perez, Suarez, and in the middle of them, Zach Ray to the right, split out. Shaw behind Tiernan, goes back to the shotgun. Oh, he's going to hand off the wrong way. Steph went to the left, Tiernan went to the right, and he'll be dropped after a gain of a couple. They're going to give him 2, and really that was charity to get the 2 on Tiernan. Yeah.
And he never looked back if the running back was coming. He was just stood there watching the outside linebackers.
Certainly was not a design play.
No. I hope not.
No. He literally turned to his right. Seth ran up behind him. And so, yeah, there was no handoff. So a little miscommunication there. But still, the Tigers get positive yardage out. I'll get a couple. So second down and 8. 7:30 to go in the first quarter. Tigers 7, Hawks 0. And Imperial with the ball at the Gila Ridge 33-yard line. They in the pistol formation with Shaw directly behind Tiernan. And a timeout's going to be called on the field. With 7:16 to go in the first quarter, it's the Tigers 7, Hawks 0.
Simply at home, now at 607 West Main Street in El Centro. The largest vintage and antique selection in the Valley. Over 3,000 square feet of collectibles and antiques. With a wide selection of vendors, you never know what you're going to find at Simply at Home. Come check out the other great businesses inside Simply at Home's new location, such as Lolo's Essentials, Wicked Ink Tattoo, All Valley Estates, and Odds and Ends. That's Simply at Home, open Tuesday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 5:30, and Saturdays, 10 to 3, at 607 West Main Street in El Centro. Learning a new skill, continuing your education, or returning to school for the first time can be stressful. IVC has the resources to help you succeed by offering programs to eligible students who qualify for tuition assistance, book grants, and additional programs like IVC's Kitchen Pantry, Housing Program, Career Services Support, and so much more. Let Imperial Valley College help you become a college graduate. Visit imperial.edu/admissions to register today. Imperial Valley College is recognized nationwide as a top 10 community college for college excellence.
Coming out of the timeout, 2nd and 8 for the Tigers from the Gila Ridge Hawks 33-yard line. Shaw moves to the left of Tiernan. Now that goes behind him as they go into a pistol formation. And then now moves over to the left side of CJ. Gets the snap, goes back to pass. Looks to his right. Has a receiver open deep and can't quite get it to Zach Ray. It's a little over his head into the end zone as CJ took a shot at the end of that one as well.
Sure did. He normally doesn't go that deep. He likes to stay 5 to 10, 5 to 15 around there.
So a 3rd down and 8 for the Tigers. I would say this would be 4-down territory, wouldn't you?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Down here at the 33-yard line.
Yeah, I'd like to see Rashad come around the end again.
Oh, yeah. That could shape up pretty nice as the evening would roll on.
They look a little too close together there.
Now we're going to go trips to the right. Is Jared Nixon will move over to the right side, and Zach Ray will go over to the left side of the tight end position. Under center is Tiernan. And off up the middle to Shaw. Shaw's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage. He'll 360 it to his right, but only get a yard out of it. The Tigers now looking at 3rd down and 7.
That would have been a good one for him to keep it and keep going to the outside.
Yeah.
Three defenders hit him.
I think he tried turning it upfield too soon. Yeah. But it puts the ball to 31, so we'll give him a couple of yards on that one. So it'll be a 3rd down and 6 from the 31. Rashard Robinson will go back into the backfield for the Tigers. The Shaw will come to the sideline, and they'll go trips left this time. And I'll make the handoff. Tiernan's going to carry it around the left side. Straight arms and dives to the 26. He's going to be a yard short. The Tigers will have a 4th down and 1. But a nice run from Tiernan for a gain of 5.
That's what I wanted on the other side, the last play. He should have taken it away from Shaw and just kept it himself to the outside. First and 10. What's their ball?
Yeah, I don't know where.
Just changed possession.
Yeah, I'm seeing that, but I lost a play in there somewhere.
Okay, we have Rashawn this way. Back to the right.
Well, on first down, we had Tiernan on the mishandle for 2, then the incomplete pass, and then Tiernan for 2. Oh, we didn't get, Shaw for 2, and then that would have been 4th down.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Anyway, handoff up the middle to Galaz, and Galaz will get a positive yardage of about a yard, maybe 2, at the 28-yard line.
That's what I want to see. Zach Ray doing all the tackling. Him and JJ. Jimenez. Last week we had too many of the cornerbacks and safeties doing all the tackling. Not good.
Be a 2-yard gain on that. 2nd down and 8 from the 33.
We have Barone on number 20 out there, or number 2.
From the pistol, make it one way, hand it off the other. Galaz's going to find a little bit of a gap. We'll get out across the 30-yard line to the 31, and I made a mistake on that. They were at the 21-yard line and moved to the 33. Now they're out to the 32. And a 3rd down and 4 coming up. Handoff again up the middle. He's going to be stood up. Aiden Shields, you can see a big 77 blocking him there.
Beautiful job by Aiden Shields. Just waited for him to come to him.
Run into a wall, no gain on that, and Hawks will have to punt for the 2nd time in the ballgame.
Good job by the Tigers. Defense, shutting all the running down. Passing, I think passing, they're going to have to open it up with that because they're not going to run on the Tigers.
Let's hope that you're right.
So
far, so good. I know, we thought that last week. Ooh, almost got blocked. Zach Ray got in there. Punt's going to roll inside the 30-yard line, and Seth's going to step away from it. Wise decision, let it go out of bounds at about the 27. And that's where Imperial will have the ball 1st and 10. And they'll be at their own 27-yard line. 4:37 to go in the first quarter, and Imperial leading at 7-0. We will be in Calexico, opening for Imperial Valley League next week, and the Bulldogs have this week off to prepare 2 weeks for the Tigers. And Imperial has a long winning streak against Calexico. That's going to be an interesting one next week.
Yeah,
they're 5-0 in the year.
I don't know how they beat Sly, but interesting to find out.
Yeah, we'll find out.
My brother Art calling.
So on the 1st and 10 from the 27, the Tigers will have Rashard Robinson to the right side of Tiernan from the shotgun. Gets the snap, goes back to pass. Steps up, goes to the far side, gets Jared Nixon. He'll get the 1st down out across the 40-yard line to the 41, and a 1st down for the Tigers on a gain of 14.
I think the Marines finally brought him down.
2 catches, 79 yards, and a touchdown for Jared already tonight. Awesome. He's about matched his yardage from last week in 2 catches. And he does. He has really good hands and 6'4". Utilize that height. Trips to the left this time as he'll come out to the left along. I think it's Dominic Suarez. Possibly Perez.
Yep.
And up goes up the middle. And it'll be a short gain by Robinson of a yard. 2nd down and 9 from the 42.
Ariam Duarte brought him down. Nose guard for Gila Ridge. Juarez comes off the field. They have Apodaca at right tackle, or right guard, I'm sorry.
Second down and 9 from the 42 for the Tigers. Man in motion to the near side, gets the handoff as Mesa coming around the left side. Penalty flag goes down as he'll get out to the 45-yard line, but a penalty flag in the offensive backfield. Could see a hold possibly on this.
Oh, yeah, they're both over there. Okay, I thought I'd seen one here also.
It is going to be a hold.
That's what it is.
Called against Imperial.
Good call, Jonathan.
Good call, Jonathan. Yeah, he has to watch himself tomorrow because he knows his grandfather, my dad, is a big Oklahoma Center fan.
Okay.
And they take on Kansas State tomorrow. And Kansas State colors are the same as the Meade Buffaloes, where Jonathan is at. And Peter plays for the Meade Buffaloes in the junior high team. And two of our other grandsons, Caleb and Sam, play on the Pop Warner team. Or it's a flag football, but junior football. And they scored 2-point conversions last week. The younger two of those two. So second down and 22, we'll put the ball back to the 20-yard line for Imperial after the hold. Back to pass Tiernan. Stop. Passes it deep. As Dominic Suarez goes a little over his head, pretty well covered, though, by Eric Yurkio. And it'll be a third down and 22.
Yeah, Dominic was looking over his left shoulder and it went upfield on him. So I don't know. Wrong route or pass to the wrong location. And then also on the way here, because I haven't been on Facebook a lot, it's Mom's birthday.
Yes, Mom's birthday yesterday. Yeah.
Happy belated birthday.
Yeah. It was a birthday yesterday. We surprised her a few years ago. Didn't tell her we were going to show. You remember that? Yeah. Back to pass Tiernan once again. Sets up in the pocket. Has to roll out to his left. Looking. Gets a lot of pressure. Going to throw it short. A little over the head of the intended receiver, Robinson, and the Tigers will have to punt.
He had all by himself in the middle of the field. He's only 5 foot tall, though. He couldn't see him.
So the Tigers will have to punt now. Ethan Gonzalez will be back. And get this, George. Ethan is averaging 49.8 yards a punt, and that's number 5 in the country. Wow. Not just in the state. He's number 1 in the state, but he's number 5 in the country. So he's back to punt. And deep to receive is Jacob Arcides for the Hawks, and he'll be standing back at his own 25-yard line. High punt. So we'll go down to about the 30-yard line. Arcides will get it. Will be hit pretty much immediately. We'll get to the 33, and that's where the Hawks will have a ball first and 10 at their own 33.
Pablo Moreno hit him as soon as he caught that. That was a little risky to try to take off with that one.
Good coverage, though, by the Tigers. There were several players, too. There was a couple others in case he missed. The good form tackle brought him down immediately. So first and 10, Gila Ridge trailing the Tigers 7-0.
Talking about Gonzalez, 49-yard kicking below sea level.
That's below sea level. Hey, maybe, they talk about the air being
too heavy.
Right. Well, they say if you're playing at Denver, it's a mile high, and you can really float it. Well, down here, you must be kicking 55, 60-yarders. You didn't have the under sea level part. First and 10 from the 33 for Gila Ridge. Under center is the quarterback. Takes the handoff, rolls out to his right, passes it, going to complete it to Arcides. He'll be tackled immediately at the 36-yard line. Great job coming up and making the stop.
Via Campos, Via Campos. Beautiful. That's a nice little screen, except for Joel. Messed everything up.
It's good for a whole 3 yards is all, but good coverage by the Tigers.
I like the way that came together, though.
2 minutes and change remaining here in the first quarter, where the Tigers lead at 7-0 on a 65-yard touchdown pass from C.J. Tiernan to Jared Nixon. And not just Jared with the height of 6'4". He showed some speed on that, too. He pulled away. He pulled away. Hawks will bring another running back into the backfield. You hear his name a lot tonight, Chase Carter, 5'11", 180 pounds. Handout's going to go up the middle. Arcides, he'll be stood up at the 38-yard line and stopped at the 39. That'll be a gain of 3. So a third down and 4, 3rd and 5 coming up.
Ethan Reeves made the initial hit, and then Aiden Shields bringing him down.
The first carry for Arcides, who had 5 carries, 31 yards, and a touchdown against Southwest in their opening season victory. And he stays in the lineup Adventurous because Galez usually carries the most of it. He's on the sideline to the far left over there. Looks fine. Going to be a little screen pass. Gets away from one Tiger. He's going to get a first down as their seat is, and then will be smashed down to the ground near midfield. Will be in Tiger territory at the 49-yard line, but a missed tackle, and that stops everything.
Somebody just missed him. I didn't get the number, but they didn't sure brought him down hard. They're ready to go already. How quick is that?
12 yards on that one. Back to pass. Misses the pass. This time it was short. I don't think he'd have got anything at all if he'd have completed it anyway. But it'll be a second down and 10 from the Tiger 49.
Yeah, he threw that down on his ankle. He had more time than he thought. Boy, that was quick.
Yeah, they
no huddle. They were
right. They
on the line.
They normally go with the huddle, but you're right. They tried to catch the Tigers off balance. They haven't changed the yard marker on the far side. They're still showing first down. It should be second. Did the referee hear us? I think he did.
He sure did.
He just changed it. Second and 10, penalty flag goes down. The offside Tigers coming lining up in the neutral zone. So it'll make it a second down and 5 and put it at the 44.
I missed that.
I didn't see anybody move, but maybe lined up in the neutral zone is all I can think of.
They were right here with us.
Giving him 5 yards on the penalty. Second down and 5. Galaz back in the backfield. Man in motion on the near side. It's going to go to Faber around the right side. He gets stretched out, and he's going to be pulled down behind the line of scrimmage. It'd be a loss on the play. Coming up defensively for the Tigers, big.
Ethan Reeves. Great job. I like the way they just kept
stringing it back.
Bringing it out to the sideline. Great pursuit.
They'll make it a 3rd and 9 back at the 48 now on the 4-yard loss.
Needlessly complicated, like how they require minimums. Or
13 seconds to go, and that'll be, I think they're probably going to wait to the end of the quarter on that. And the Tigers are going to be changing sides of the field. They'll be defending the south goal after 1 quarter play here in Imperial. It's the Tigers 7, the Healer Ridge Hawks 0.
For over 60 years, the Imperial Quarterback Club has supported all sports teams at Imperial High School. The money they raise goes a long way, keeping our kids busy with school activities. Members are parents and community people who care and want to donate their time. If you would like to become a member, call Betty or Larry Zinn at 760-355-1312. That's 760-355-1312. The Quarterback Club wishes the Imperial Tigers a great season. Go Tigers!
Start that day off right with your favorite drink from Brick House Coffee, next door to Brick House Deli at the Lisa Tucker Center in Imperial. Brick House Coffee has so many drinks to choose from. Hot drinks, blended drinks, or cold drinks, including the best tea in the valley with different flavors. Open daily with a convenient drive-thru. And next door, Brick House Deli with big, full, fresh flavor. The Valley's premier deli, serving breakfast and lunch. So come visit them both at the Lisa Tucker Center on West Ayton Road in Imperial.
So the Hawks going right to left from the north to the south here at Shimamoto Simpson Stadium. Listen to the action on KXORadio.com, El Centro, California.
Talking to Coach Shaw a couple of days ago, I was asking him what's a good surprise this year. Number 36. Joel Biacampo. He said he has improved so much from last year. He said last year he was having to yell at him all the time. He said, I don't even have to talk to him anymore. He just worked so hard.
Able to save his voice a little bit from the shotgun position. He'll be snapped back for a pass. Going to look deep. Kind of overthrow his receiver. Man, I thought at first that it was way overthrown, but he just barely went off the fingertips of the intended receiver, Braden Faber. And a 4th down and 9 coming up. Tiger defense does a good job of holding the Hawks, who will have to punt.
Coach shot us all over his son, Seth. He said he should have come over a little bit sooner. That's from the free safety position.
Seth heard it, but they wanted to get back to the position.
I got to go over there.
I got to go. Now, stand up at 10 and let it go over your head if it goes over. As Lancaster had a pretty good punt the first time around. The high snap, he is tall. He's able to bring it down. We'll get off a good punt. Let it go. In the end zone. Yeah, it's going to be a punt that will roll into the end zone. The Tigers will get it out of the 20.
Ooh, that was about almost 50 in the air there.
Yeah,
from where he kicked
52 yards is what he'll get for it. So, yeah.
Good kick.
Yep, very good kick. So the Tigers have the ball and the lead, 7-0, but they'll be at their own 20-yard line. The said it before a few times last year. I'd like to see an 80-yard driver.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
We can do it. We can do it.
Yes, we can do it.
That's how we start the season. Remember that? Yeah. Took it right down the field, put it in. Great start.
They had a great start tonight. And first pass thrown from Tiernan went 65 yards to a touchdown from Nixon, who showed some great speed. And Cello Gerardo told us that he's a track star also and a great all-around athlete. We're seeing that because he just turned the jets on when he got the ball on that pass. He'll be wide to the right. Robinson in the backfield. Robinson up the middle gets the call. Going to go nowhere. He gets stood up after a gain of a yard. It'll be a 2nd down and 9. They were kind of waiting for that to look like.
Good defense. Good standard by number 32.
18 yards on 3 carries for Richard. That was after a 16-yarder to open up the game.
Chase Carter from the linebacker position.
Pablo Moreno in the lineup on offense. We saw him on offense a little bit last week as well. And he'll go over to the left side at a tight end position.
Oh, there he is. Yeah.
Nixon will go into a wing on the right side.
They're tight.
Robinson in the backfield. Man in motion is Suarez. Hand off Robinson up the middle. Finds a little bit of a gap. Will dive forward to about the 29-yard line. A gain of 8. A 3rd down and 1 coming up.
Braden Faber finally brought him down for his free safety positions. That's what we want to see.
3rd down and 1 from the 29 for the Tigers. 10:48 to go in the first half. Tigers leading at 7-0. Nice little gap was made there for Robinson. And he gets the ball again up the middle. He's going to get tripped up. He dives towards the line. He's going to be very close to a first down. Right at the 30-yard line. Let's see where they mark it. If it touches part of the line, it should be a first down. Let's see what they're going to do.
Did you see the way he was reaching out?
He was, yeah. You're right. Good point. And they're going to mark it just inches short. No, they gave him. Okay, take it back. They did give him the first down on that, so gain of a yard. 1st and 10 for Tigers.
I like what he did there on this way down. He just put the ball out and reached out as far as he could.
So great second effort for the freshman running back. Came into the game with 272 yards rushing for the Tigers, leading all rushers. He's to the left side of Tiernan, who's in the shotgun. Snap back, hand out to Robinson again. Robinson cuts one way, then the other, gets across the 40-yard line, still on his feet. Got him beat right down to the 44 after a 14-yard gain, and another first down for the Tigers.
Oh, I like the way he's picking his holder, and then he cut it right and then back to the left, and he refused to go down.
Comes out of the lineup now, as Shaw will come in to relieve him. Richard with 6 carries, 41 yards in the game already. So looking for a first 100-yard game out of a runner this year.
And a freshman.
And maybe we'll have it. You're right. He is a freshman.
Oh, he's just coming for water. I think he's coming for medical assistance here.
Suarez, Perez, and Ray will come wide out to the right. And Nixon wide to the left. And he is single covered. Hand it off to Shaw up the middle. Man, he gets blasted at the line of scrimmage. Wow, coming up with the tackle on that. And was there a fumble? They're saying it was a fumble, but I think he was already down. But man, Kobe Caldwell came up with just a hit.
63. Oh, Kobe Caldwell. That's who it was. Hit him hard. Somebody missed their block loader.
Yeah, because he was full blasted. So 2nd down and 10 from the 44 and no gain. That's with 4 touchdowns leading all rushers for the Tigers, but he has had a tough time of it the last 2 games.
Oh, man. Well, let me tell you what happened a little bit last week is they would audible at the line, and instead of going into the running block,
and out to Shaw. Shaw's going to sidestep some tacklers and get out to the 50-yard line. A good gain of 6. 3rd down and 4 coming up for Imperial.
So instead of going into their run blocking, they were falling back for pass protection, and they had audible to the run.
Okay.
That happened a few times. I don't know if you remember Seth pushing that kid.
Right.
He's the captain. He's supposed to.
3rd down and 4 for the Tigers. They'll go trips to the right again. Shaw stays in the lineup behind Tiernan, now under center. And Tiernan takes the handoff, going to carry it himself. Will get the first down, getting inside the 45-yard line to the Hawk 44. A gain of 6 and a first down for the Tigers.
Good read by CJ. He followed Seth to that out tackle.
Chains haven't got set yet, and the Tigers are ready to go. Under center, Tiernan once again. Handed it off this time to Shaw, and I think he might have caught it and taken it himself that time again. Shaw will get a couple of yards out of it, though. They're kind of keying on him a little bit there.
there's something missing on that run to the outside. Because that outside linebacker or in whatever he is, he's right there as soon as he's sending the ball out. Somebody's missing a block.
Tigers will have 3 wide receivers now to the right side of the field, going to the left side now. Tigers going to the north side of the stadium, Tiernan under center. Hands it off to Shaw up the middle again, and there's just nothing up the middle right now. I think the Tigers are going to try to string things out to the outside. No gain. 3rd down and 8 coming up on Imperial.
He didn't see us with the second tackle for the Hawks.
Shaw will come to the sideline. Robinson will be back in for him, and as George alluded to, he is just a freshman, and yet you see him improving, and he runs hard every down. He runs hard.
I was telling Victor Carrillo before the game that you got to watch this kid run. He wants to know if he's related to Gerald. I said, no. Came in from Georgia.
So 3rd down and 8 from the 42 for the Tigers. And snap back. Tiernan goes back to pass. Looks to the near side for Nixon. Throws a little bit too far in front of him. Not able to make the catch. And a 4th down and 8 coming up for the Tigers.
Just out of his reach.
Tiernan's had 4 incompletions in a row after completing 2 of the first 3 for a total of 79 yards. So Ethan will come in for the punt. He's had 2 inside the 20. Let's see if he can put another one in tonight. To receive is Arcides, and he will go back to his 10-yard line. Good snap back to Ethan. Gonzalez's punt will hit at the 25, and then roll. Going to stop. Just inside the goal line.
Close.
Yes, that close. As Jimenez went down there, and he just dove for it just as it trickled into the end zone. And so the Hawks will get the ball at their own 20-yard line.
Yeah, that guy that was back to receive, he was way on the other side of the field. So Gonzalez kicks to this near side and just almost went out of bounds here inside the 2 or 3.
So it being a 42-yard punt, but if it could have been a 41-yard punt at the 1, that would have been even better.
Yeah, even better. Put their backs against the wall there. We got Barone out here. Papa Moreno. The right side for the Tigers.
Two running backs in this time, and the Tigers are going to jump offside. Don't know whether there's a hard count, which I think that's what it was, and one of the Tigers jumped offside, so it'll make it a 1st down and 5 from the 25.
Got to watch the ball. Watch that ball. Yeah. They even practice that against the goalpost over there.
Just glance over at it.
That's it.
Let them make the noises all they want. Don't move to the ball moves. 2 running backs are going to be on each side of their quarterback, Navas. And a little miscommunication there, and Arcides will get the ball around the right side. Will turn the corner, get the 1st down out to about the 34-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9 and a 1st down for the Hawks.
Well, Campos and Devin Mesa come back to the tackle. But not to that. After he made his 1st down run.
12 yards on 2 carries for Arcides. Running running back Galas, 4 carries, 7 yards. Pretty well shut him down so far tonight. 6 minutes remaining in the 1st half. Imperial 7, Gila Ridge 0. Hawks come into the game 2-0 after victories over Southwest and Cibola last week. Had a man in motion. You can't have 2 like that. It's going to be a legal procedure against the Hawks. I think indeed. So a 5-yard penalty, make it a 1st and 15, bring it back to the 29.
I just noticed that Angel Mesa was out there at one of the linebacker positions. Zach's not out there.
Are you right?
I don't see Zach. Oh, he's right here. Right here by the water.
Yeah. Getting a breather.
Yeah.
Playing on offense.
Going both ways, yeah.
Run out passes all the time to get a little gas.
Especially his size.
Yeah. 1st and 15 for Gila Ridge from their own 29. How about the quarterback? Gets the handoff inside to Galaz, and he'll get out across the 30-yard line. Will stay on his feet out to about the 34. He'll get that about the 33. He'll get 4 of the yards back. Be a 2nd down and 11.
He had his foot. Somebody had his foot and did not let go, and then the whole pile came back on him. JJ Jimenez. He had him by the foot and didn't let go, and then the whole pile came back on him.
In a red wave.
Yeah.
Second down and 11 for the Hawks from their own 33-yard line. And two wide receivers to the left side and move Galaz over to the right. Looks like he's going to go out onto the wing, but then comes back near the quarterback who goes back to pass. Pump fake. Now throws it over the middle and a little over the head of the intended receiver, Arcides, at the Tiger 45. Third down and 11.
Darian Romo was opened up by himself in the middle.
I think if Arcides would have kept running instead of turning around backwards and running, he probably would have had it because it was just over his head. So third down and 11 from the 33. Good chance for the Tigers to really step up right here on defense and get decent field position when they get the ball back, if they can make a stop right here.
That's actually a nice little pass right here.
It was. Like I said, if he'd have kept running, I think he might have had it because he did beat the Tiger defense deep. And a motion to the near side. And that is Richard Bean back to pass. Goes over the middle. Has a receiver. Oh, almost intercepted by Zach Ray, who just came into the lineup. In and out of his hands. Oh, how far could he have ran? Maybe all the way to the goal line?
As quick as he is.
And as wide open as it was.
Nobody on this side.
It'll go incomplete. And now Faber's thrown 4 incompletions in a row. And with a 4th and 11 at the 33, the Hawks will have to punt. Shot deep to receive will stand at his own 30-yard line. Lancaster with the punt. Good snap back. And a high one, but it's not going to go very far. It's going to land at the 42. Yeah, just get away from it. Let it roll out of bounds, which it will around the 41-yard line. And the Tigers have pretty good field position at their own 41. 4:41 to go in the first half, and the Tigers leading it by a score of 7-0. I'd like to get some...
one more score.
Yeah, got to get some insurance. We need some insurance before the half.
This would have been nice right here to have Zach run that all the way back. Because it would have been him and the lineman and the quarterback in their foot race.
Dixon, Perez, and Suarez will come out wide to the right side this time. Under center is Tiernan. Rashard Robinson will be behind him as the lone running back. Tiernan looks over the defense, barking out the signal. Hand off to Robinson to get stopped immediately. They're kind of keying on him right now. The Tigers have to come up with something to knock them off of that. It's going to be a loss of a yard. Second down and 11 from the 40.
There's a blocker missing out there.
There's
something wrong. Maybe they should run in between the guard and the tackle instead of outside.
Well, I think on something like that, if CJ starts thinking run instead of handing off, there would have been nobody to the outside once he could. So you'll need to look at that option a little more often and see what happens. On a second and 11 from the Tiger 40, get 2 wide receivers each side of the field this time. Robinson stays in the lineup. Tiernan back to pass. Looks out in the flat. Going to complete it, but hit immediately is Dominic Suarez, who will twist his way to the 44. Be a gain of 4, but a second down now and 7 coming up for Imperial.
Quincy Washington, one that brought him down.
First catch for Dominic on the night, and that is his 4th on the season for 49 yards. Third down and 7 from the Tiger 44. Big third down for Imperial. Tiernan back to pass. Has to roll out to his right. Now looks over the middle. Has Nixon. Bounces off his hands. Broken up. You got to give credit to Eric Urquillo, who came up to help break that one up as the pass is a little low.
Yeah.
Get up there and jump. Got to get it up there. And it'll be a 4th down and 7 for the Tigers. They'll have to punt again. 3 and out.
He was open for a couple of seconds.
So deep to receive will be Arcides, and he'll be inside his own 20-yard line.
And I think if he goes to the inside a little bit, I think he's all by himself.
Yeah, I think so Gonzalez has a lot of leg and a lot of fuel now to kick it down deep. He does get a pretty good one off. It's going to land at the 25, and then it touches the Tiger at the 25. Pablo Moreno accidentally touches it, and that's where it will end up at. And that is where the Hawks will have the ball 1st and 10 from their own 32-yard line with 3:06 to go in the first half, drilling Imperial 7-0.
We outran the kick that time.
Yep. Did.
Good do have a little bit of a breeze coming from the west-northwest kind.
First and 10 for the Hawks. And they'll empty the backfield. Just Navas in the backfield in a shotgun. Has man in motion to the far side. Back to pass, little short one. That was close to being picked off. And in fact, he's going to cut. They're going to say the pass was thrown backwards, so that actually was a fumble, but the Tigers did not get on it.
No, everybody stopped playing.
Everybody stopped, and then one of the Hawks came back and jumped on it all the way back at about the 12-yard line. That was one that got away.
No whistle. They probably didn't hear a whistle. Oh, better keep going.
All the way back at the 9, they're going to say.
240 and still running.
That's going to be a 23-yard loss. So second down and 33 back at the 9. And that was just strange because the ball was just sitting out there and nobody touching it. There was no whistle. It was a backward pass, so that's a fumble. Man in motion once again, and then he'll stop to go from a pistol formation behind the quarterback. Who looks one way and the ball carrier goes the other. You're going to get some positive yardage from the quarterback out to the 14-yard line. So it'll be a gain of 5, and the Tigers will call timeout. With 2:04 remaining in the first half of play, it's Imperial 7 and Gila Ridge 0.
Have you been wanting new flooring but putting it off? Don't wait anymore. Derma's floor covering has the flooring you want at blowout prices. Yes, I mean blowout prices. Hardwood plank, regularly priced $9.99 a square yard, now $3.99 a square yard, and over 1,100 square feet in stock. Select tiles, regularly priced $5.99 to $6.49 a square foot, now on sale at $1.34 to $1.99 a square foot. Stop by Derma's Floor Covering today, 220 North State Street in Imperial. Your flooring wishes can come true at Derma's Floor Covering.
Wake up with Kxo Café, open daily at 7 a.m., serving your favorite breakfast, from omelets, pancakes, eggs benedict, waffles, and yes, Mexican breakfast too. Kxo Café serves lunch till 2 p.m., from sandwiches, salads, and yes, of course, the all-American cheeseburger. Kxo Café thanks you for voting us the best breakfast in town. Once again, you can order online at Kxo Café El Centro or call 760-352-9655.
Be alert, third and long. The ball is at the 14-yard line. The Hawks will need to get it out to the 35. So third down and 21 coming up. Tigers defense gets spread out a little bit as two wide receivers go way wide to the left and two to the right. One man goes in motion to the near side. Back to pass lane and throws it out. Get a completion out to about the 15, but only going to get a gain of a yard, and they'll have to punt deep. Tigers should get good field position, but a little less than 2 minutes to go in the half.
Yeah, Campos, great coverage. At speed, he was able to get around the blocking.
Pass was caught by Braden Faber, and that's his second catch of the night, but this is only good for a yard. His other was good for just 5. And the timeout is going to be on the field. 1:55 to go in the first half. Tigers 7, Gila Ridge 0.
Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. I've been providing private security locally for more than 20 years and have owned Southwest Security for more than 6.5 years. I'm proud to announce that we have over 250 employees working here in Imperial and Coachella Valley. Last year, I opened Southwest Postal, offering you 24-hour access 365 days a year. PO Box service to you. Also located at Southwest Security at the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro. If you're in need for security services, please call us at Southwest Security at 760-970-4500. That's 970-4500.
Bo and his team of employees at Dan's Auto Body are constantly striving on giving you 100% satisfaction on getting your vehicle repaired and fixed right. Dan's Auto Body is grateful for the support they hear from the job they're doing and being highly rated with CarWise.com. Yes, accidents are disturbing, and Dan's Auto Body is here for you to ease the pain and fix your vehicle as fast as possible. Stop by at 1880 West Euclid Avenue in El Centro.
Good snap, almost gets blocked, but gets a pretty good punt off from being near his own goal line. And Shaw is going to get tackled immediately at the 50-yard line. That's where the Tigers will have the ball first and 10. 35-yard punt, but really good under pressure with his heels on the goal line.
We almost got to it. Almost got to it.
Very close. So the Tigers have 1:44 to try to get another score on before the half. And they have the ball at the 50-yard line. Do have a field goal kicker that's already kicked a 36-yarder this year.
We got the big foot. That's just hoping we didn't make a mistake here and get a penalty or drop the ball.
Robinson will be in the backfield to the right side of Tiernan, who goes into the shotgun. Suarez, and Ray to the near side. Nixon to the far side. Tiernan goes back to pass. He's going to get sacked way back at the 45-yard line. Man, they just came a bum rush in there.
I'll give you a number real quick here. 32. Chase Carter hit him hard.
Tiernan had no time at all on that.
I don't think anybody touched him. He hadn't even set up yet.
He's lost of 6 on that play. So second down and 18 from the 45. Clock continues to roll. 1:15 to go. And the Tigers another 6 yards behind where they were at. Tiernan gets the snap, back to pass. Has to rush it. Get it completed to Zach Ray over the middle, who gets inside the 45-yard line to the 43 of Gila Ridge. And that will be a gain of 22 and a first down for Imperial. Take that back, a gain of 12.
Right.
So third down and 3. Back to pass. Just off the fingertips of Jared Nixon on the far sideline, stopping the clock with 42.7 seconds. And the opponent to go for it there. You're at the Gila Ridge 43-yard line.
You know what I would like to see? We did it the first 2 games is go trips in either direction, and they sent Robinson in motion that way,
mm-hmm.
and they threw to him behind those 3 receivers, and they had nobody covering them. Went for a good game, so good time to do that.
Tiernan setting up. Tiger's going to go for it. Hands it off to Rashard Robinson at the middle. He's going to get stuffed, and it's not going to be a first down. There'll be no gain on it. I would almost been tempted to try to draw them offside because they've been trying to get through there so quickly.
Not once this year. Count it. Not once this year. We said how many times did that work for us?
Yeah, I would have tried that right there for sure. So hand it to Gila Ridge defense, who stops the Tigers cold at the Gila Ridge 43-yard line.
Now we need some deep coverage here and not get burned behind the defensive backfield here.
34 seconds to go in the first half. Gila Ridge at their own 43-yard line. Gila Ridge coming into the game 2-0. Had victories over Southwest and then last week over Cibola. And the Tigers 3-1. Timeout on the field with the score. Imperial 7, Gila Ridge 0.
El Zarape restaurant in Imperial is 100% authentic Mexican cuisine. Their extensive menu features traditional handmade Mexican dishes with nothing but fresh ingredients. El Zarape restaurant has taken it over the top with their creative ideas like stuffed special quesadillas with carne asada, shrimp, or pollo asada. And yes, there's something on the menu for everyone, like 17 different burritos. El Zarape restaurant, open Monday through Thursday, 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. and Friday, 9 a.m. to 8 p.m.
34.2 seconds remaining in the first half. Gila Ridge, 1st and 10, their own 43-yard line. Let's make sure they keep them short. I'll let them get deep.
In front of you, always in front of you.
Quarterback goes back to pass. Gets up in the pocket. Throws over the middle. Has a receiver going to complete it at the Tiger 43-yard line. Lancaster will dive to near the 40. They'll put it right at the 40 of Imperial. Clock down to 27 seconds, stopping it to move the chain. We'll go for 17 yards.
Yep. Moreno brought him down. Oh, looks like another timeout.
And a timeout by the Hawks. Tigers 7, Hawks 0.
The Imperial Tiger Football Association was started years ago to help the football team with much-needed equipment and sending the players to special training. Now, through their fundraising efforts from the past and now, the Imperial Tiger Association is proud of what they have accomplished and what they will continue to do in the future. They're always looking for new members. You can call Victor at 760-960-6317. That's 960-6317 if you're interested in helping out. Go Tigers!
Simply at home, now at 607 West Main Street in El Centro. The largest vintage and antique selection in the Valley. Over 3,000 square feet of collectibles and antiques. With a wide selection of vendors, you never know what you're going to find at Simply at Home. Come check out the other great businesses inside Simply at Home's new location, such as Lolo's Essentials, Wicked Ink Tattoo, All Valley Estates, and Odds and Ends. That's Simply at Home, open Tuesday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 5:30, and Saturdays, 10 to 3 at 607 West Main Street in El Centro.
Man, I motion quarterback, got a new quarterback in, and he hesitates and is going to be brought down after a 1-yard gain as Seth Turner comes in. Normally a wide receiver and backup quarterback, but he just kind of hesitated when he got the snap.
I think the guy that went in motion was supposed to cut up, and he did that. He looked for him, tucked it in, and had to go. One more time out.
Time out of the field with 16 seconds to go in the first half. Tigers 7, Hawks 0.
Learning a new skill, continuing your education, or returning to school for the first time can be stressful. IVC has the resources to help you succeed by offering programs to eligible students who qualify for tuition assistance, book grants, and additional programs like IVC's Kitchen Pantry, Housing Program, Career Services Support, and so much more. Let Imperial Valley College help you become a college graduate. Visit imperial.edu/admission to register today. Imperial Valley College is recognized nationwide as a top 10 community college for college excellence.
Start the day off right with your favorite drink from Brick House Coffee, next door to Brick House Deli at the Lisa Tucker Center in Imperial. Brick House Coffee has so many drinks to choose from. Hot drinks, blended drinks, or cold drinks, including the best tea in the Valley with different flavors. Open daily with a convenient drive-thru. And next door, Brick House Deli with big, full, fresh flavor. The Valley's premier deli, serving breakfast and lunch. So come visit them both at the Lisa Tucker Center on West Ayton Road in Imperial.
Galaz come back to pass, goes back in the lineup, gets a completion on the far side of the field, but it'll be a little short of the first down as Lancaster gets the completion.
Just short.
At 2 yards short. About the 32-yard line, so gain of 7.
Victor Valenzuela and Guavia Campos pushed him out. They brought in another quarterback for that play.
Yeah, they brought the regular quarterback in for that one. But a 3rd down and 2, it stopped the clock at 13 seconds to go as Lancaster was pushed out of bounds. Tigers defense. Step up big here.
Now we need Seth to pick another one off.
Whoever had been out walking the dog, he's back now. Said it was 52 degrees and thunderstorm and rain this morning. 49 degrees now, and says the Browns are leading the Steelers 23-14. Thursday night football. Lancaster starts on the right side, then moves over to the left side of the line, and Galaz moves over to the right. Then the snap. Back to pass. Dallas going to throw deep. Has a receiver for a moment, almost intercepted, as Seth Shaw comes on one side of the field and dives for it in the middle of the field. Will fall incomplete. Stops the clock with 7 seconds to go. 4th down and 2.
I was just going to mention that we need to pick from Seth. He had 3 against this team last year.
Yep. Came close, that one.
He came close.
Another step, and he has it. So we're making a 4th down and 2. Gila Ridge at the Tiger 32 with 7.5 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
You know who would be nice to have right now? Ethan. His name just escaped me. Number 51, the linebacker we had a couple of years ago.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're right. I don't think of it in a minute.
He was so fast at rushing the QB on this situation like right now.
Empty backfield. And back to pass. Sets up. Gets a lot of pressure. Going to throw it deep over to the side. And sets. That's where you don't want the interception. It was in and out of his hands. And I know he wanted it, but the best thing is just to let it go or knock it down. And it's going to go incomplete, and the Tigers will be able to take a knee and go in with a 7-0 halftime lead.
A knee or one long one? Nixon.
Can we get one?
Yeah.
68 yards. First one was 65. Not that much difference.
We know we can do it.
You think they will, or will they take it in?
Where they're good.
Yeah, they'll go back deep to make sure.
Back deep.
And I think the Tigers are going to take a knee. They'll take a knee and go in at halftime with a lead. Much different Tiger team that we see tonight coming out of the game. And we'll recap the scoring and have the stats for you as Tiernan will take a knee, and that'll be the first half of play. The score, the Imperial Tigers 7, the Gila Ridge Hogs 0, and we'll recap the scoring. Take a look at the stats on our halftime show coming up in just a moment.
For over 60 years, the Imperial Quarterback Club has supported all sports teams at Imperial High School. The money they raise goes a long way, keeping our kids busy with school activities. Members are parents and community people who care and want to donate their time. If you would like to become a member, call Betty or Larry Zinn at 760-355-1312. That's 760-355-1312. The Quarterback Club wishes the Imperial Tigers a great season. Go Tigers!
Have you been wanting new flooring but putting it off? Don't wait anymore. Derma's floor covering has the flooring you want at blowout prices. Yes, I mean blowout prices. Hardwood plank, regularly priced $9.99 a square yard, now $3.99 a square yard, and over 1,100 square feet in stock. Select tiles, regularly priced $5.99 to $6.49 a square foot, now on sale at $1.34 to $1.99 a square foot. Stop by Derma's floor covering today, 220 North State Street in Imperial. Your flooring wishes can come true at Derma's Floor Covering.
Coach David Shaw with us. Get a few comments from him on the first half. Started out great with a nice long pass to Jared. Yeah, that's all right. That's all right. No, he started out the game good. Jared put that long touchdown pass. That was nice. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and showing some speed once he got it because it was just a foot race and he pulled away from him. Yeah. What do you plan on doing in the second half? What are you going to tell the kids when you get in? Mm-hmm.
So we just got to shirt some things up on the line, and once we get those shirt up on the line, we're going to be done.
Okay. And defensively, you pretty well shut them down defensively.
Yeah, I mean,
I think that's ours. Switch those over. Yeah, I was just looking at it while David's getting the microphone fixed up. I was just looking at their stats. 59 yards net for them in this first half. So, okay, 59 yards in the first half is what you've given up on defense.
Yeah.
So you've done a good job covering them on defense so far.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. We're getting after it on D. They're going to make some adjustments, so we just got to be ready. They're probably going to throw a little more screens, it would seem, because we're putting a little pressure, so we're going to probably look for that in the second half.
One more thing before I know you want to get back to the kids and stuff, but on offense, they're really getting a rush in on us, especially the last quarter. What do you plan to do with that? Kind of mix things up and get it to the side?
We just got to clean it up. We're missing some blocks, it's there, but again, we have to clean it up.
Okay.
So I think we're doing a pretty good job throwing the ball, but we gotta establish the run because we need to. Can't just throw it all the time.
No, you can't throw it all the time. No, not at all. But so far, so good.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. All right, good. All right, we'll let you get back there. Thanks a lot, Head Coach David Shaw. I'd love to speak with us before the second half gets up, before he goes in to talk to his troops as the Pride of Imperial band comes out onto the field to entertain this partisan Imperial crowd. Although there's a pretty good crowd come over from Gila Ridge.
Yeah, they travel well.
They don't have to climb as high on their grandstands as they do on theirs at home.
But I like their stadium.
Man, I tell you, when you're sitting on their side and we go up to the press box on their side, it's like 40 rows up. I mean, it's more than double what the home side is here in Imperial. So yeah, you're way up there.
We take a break halfway up.
Yeah, we take a little bit of a break and pop open a soda and drink it and go on from there. As we mentioned to Coach Shaw, the Tiger defense has really been stout in this first half, giving up just 59 yards of offense, 6 of 13 for 45 yards passing, and have given up just 15 yards rushing. Of course, there was that long 23 yards loss or 33-yard loss when there was the backwards pass over there. But other than that, really, the longest run from scrimmage has been 9 yards for them in the game, and after that, the highest is 5 yards. So, and most of it's been either negative yardage or less than that. So the Tiger defense, you want to go ahead and if you have those defensive stats and you can let people know who's the keys to those.
And then, as well as should be, we got the outside linebackers, Pablo Moreno and Guelvia Campos each with 5. Aiden Shields on the left side of the defensive line, we got him with 5. And then Ethan Reeves, J.J. Jimenez with 2. David Mesa, Victor Valenzuela, Angel Barone, and Max Alvarez with one, and that's the way it should be. So from the defensive back shouldn't be doing any of the tackling, and that's what happened tonight. So good showing for the Tiger defense. I don't even have Seth Shaw with the tackle, so that's Rugen.
Yeah.
From the free safety.
Yeah. As much as we like Seth,
yeah,
we don't want to see him make all the tackles from his safety position.
I'd rather him run the ball.
Right, exactly. See his thing there. We'll look at the Tigers offensively as our halftime show continues in just a moment.
Wake up with Kxo Café, open daily at 7 a.m., serving your favorite breakfast from omelets, pancakes, eggs benedict, waffles, and yes, Mexican breakfast too. Kxo Café serves lunch till 2 p.m. from sandwiches, salads, and yes, of course, the all-American cheeseburger. Kxo Café thanks you for voting us the best breakfast in town. Once again, you can order online at Kxo Café El Centro or call 760-352-9655.
Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. I've been providing private security locally for more than 20 years and have owned Southwest Security for more than 6.5 years. I'm proud to announce that we have over 250 employees working here in Imperial and Coachella Valley. Last year, I opened Southwest Postal, offering you 24-hour access 365 days a year. PO box service to you. Also located at Southwest Security at the corner of 4th and Highland in El Centro. If you're in need for security services, please call us at Southwest Security at 760-970-4500. That's 970-4500.
Bo and his team of employees at Dan's Auto Body are constantly striving on giving you 100% satisfaction on getting your vehicle repaired and fixed right. Dan's Auto Body is grateful for the support they hear from the job they're doing and being highly rated with CarWide.com. Yes, accidents are disturbing, and Dan's Auto Body is here for you to ease the pain and fix your vehicle as fast as possible. Stop by at 1880 West Euclid Avenue in El Centro.
Recapping the scoring, and it won't take too long. 3 plays, 67 yards, capped by a 65-yard touchdown pass. His second of the year from C.J. Tiernan to Jared Nixon. The extra point by Ethan Gonzalez was good. 7-0 Tigers. They used just 1 minute and 55 seconds off the first quarter clock to do it, but they've been shut out since then. But the Tigers offensively have 95 yards passing on 4 of 10. Jared has 2 for 79 yards. Dominic Suarez, 1 catch for 4 yards, and Zach Gray, 1 catch for 12 yards. Rushing, Rashard Robinson, 8 carries for 40 yards, but 2 of those were for 16 and 14. Got shut down quite a few of the times, as it seemed to be keying on him, or as head coach Shaw said, they're just missing a block.
That's what I thought.
Exactly. Seth Shaw has 5 carries for 10 yards, Kieran 3 carries for 2 yards, and then Devin Mays 1 for -4. So 48 yards rushing, 95 passing, 143 for the Tigers versus 59 for Gila Ridge. So it's one-sided. You sometimes want to play that what-if game when there was that backwards pass and a roll down inside their 10. If we'd have fell on it, we'd have had the ball with a really short field. But the players, I think, thought that it was a pass when they said it was a backwards pass, which is a fumble, and they didn't get onto it quickly.
Everybody's thought on that one.
So our halftime score 7-0, and the Tigers leading it over the Gila Ridge Hawks. And we'll take a look at the rankings of the things that are coming up. Of course, we don't have scores to really give you tonight because it's the only local game that we have. We'll kind of set up what's going on with Valley Schools and key teams within Division III, and all that's coming up in just a moment.
El Zarape restaurant in Imperial is 100% authentic Mexican cuisine. Their extensive menu features traditional handmade Mexican dishes with nothing but fresh ingredients. El Zarape restaurant has taken it over the top with their creative ideas like stuffed special quesadillas with carne asada, shrimp, or pollo asada. And yes, there's something on the menu for everyone, like 17 different burritos. El Zarape restaurant, open Monday through Thursday, 10 a.m. to 7 p.m., and Friday, 9 a.m. to 8 p.m.
The Imperial Tiger Football Association was started years ago to help the football team with much-needed equipment and sending the players to special training. Now, through their fundraising efforts from the past and now, the Imperial Tiger Association is proud of what they have accomplished and what they will continue to do in the future. They're always looking for new members. You can call Victor 760-960-6317. That's 960-6317 if you're interested in helping out. Go Tigers!
Simply at Home, now at 607 West Main Street in El Centro. The largest vintage and antique selection in the Valley. Over 3,000 square feet of collectibles and antiques. With a wide selection of vendors, you never know what you're going to find at Simply at Home. Come check out the other great businesses inside Simply at Home's new location, such as Lolo's Essentials, Wicked Ink Tattoo, All Valley Estates, and Odds and Ends. That's Simply at Home, open Tuesday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 5:30, and Saturdays, 10 to 3, at 607 West Main Street in El Centro.
Your favorite NFL team plays on Imperial Valley's AM 1230, Kxo El Centro.
You were just showing me something on your phone?
Yeah. This is Joe
From the UK listening.
Who's Joe?
I'm not sure. Now we need a nice name.
Well, I believe this came from the studio.
Okay. If we can get a last name, that'd be great.
You get his last name on that.
So shout out to the UK and Joe. To have you listening to us tonight.
Remember that one time Anthony Masro was listening from the Amazon?
Right, yeah. Well, I remember a few years back we had from Sydney, Australia. We had some Imperial High grads that were in the Army in Afghanistan.
Yeah,
remember?
That's what it was. That's what it was.
And that was really cool that we could bring a little bit of home to some of our troops overseas. Just to look at some of the games that are coming up tomorrow night. And, of course, that will be led by the city title of El Centro up for grabs. The Central Spartans hosting the Southwest Eagles. That'll be at Cow Jones Field. And both those teams coming off of losses, tough losses last week, as Central went up to Granite Hills and got beat by the Eagles there 42-7. And the Southwest Eagles lost to Santa Fe Christian by a score of 46-0. Raleigh had the week off last week before they got a tough test this week. They're going to play a Division IV team, but it's the number 1 team in Fallbrook. The Warriors have been playing good ball this year. That'll be an interesting one up in Fallbrook tomorrow. The other Imperial Valley League school, the unbeaten Calexico Bulldogs, have the week off. They host Imperial next Friday. So we'll be down in the border city at Willis Ward Field next Friday night. And Bulldogs are 5-0 on the year. They beat Holtville 39-0 last week. Wow.
Yeah. They're putting up some points.
Yep. Among the and not allowing many points either. Playing some good defense as well. Among Desert League schools, unbeaten Vincent Memorial travels to Chula Vista to take on Division III Bonita Vista. That will be an interesting one. The Vikings are on the road with a tough test against Mission Bay. The Buccaneers are always tough up there. And Calipatria will look for its first victory of the season. They'll be hosting the Claremont Chieftains tomorrow night.
That's where my brother's kids went to.
Oh, okay. So tomorrow night, make sure to listen to KXO 1230 on your AM dial or on the internet at kxoradio.com or on the YouTube channel as well. And you can hear not only the city championship game between Central and Southwest with Carol Buckley and John Dripple, but you can also hear the other scores that are going on with schools of interest in the Imperial Valley. Now, as far as the ranking in Division III, that's the division the Tigers are in. The Tigers did move up to number 5 before last week. They dropped 2 down to 7 after their loss at Blythe against Palo Verde. The number 1 team still Rancho Buena Vista. They're just playing great ball. They're 5-0. They host number 6 of Division II, Mount Carmel, tonight, or actually tomorrow night. And last week, they defeated number 12 Escondido 54-13. They're led by Gino Trepasso. Get this now, George. He's gained 154 yards last week. On the season, 1,038.
Already?
He has already hit 1,000 yards for the season and 14 touchdowns in 5 games. You can divide that up to figure out how much it is. Yeah. Point Loma of San Diego is number 2. They went up 2 after ripping Division II number 11 Christian 45-16. That kind of surprises me. Yeah, as Christian High School out of Buckhorn is always very tough. University City lost a game to Yucaipa, only 21-14 out of division, though, out of section. That was in overtime. But they dropped 2 positions doing it.
You know, Yucaipa's a powerhouse.
Yeah.
I don't know how many chapters they won up there.
It dropped them 2 positions. Now they're down to number 3. The Morse Tigers are number 4 at 4-1. They ripped Division II number 8 La Jolla 39-21 last week. And then number 5 Bishops of La Jolla was idle last week. They have a big divisional game against University City this week. So number 3 plays number 5 this week. So we'll tell you how that comes out next week. A couple of the notes in division Del Norte, who was earlier number 1, they dropped another game. This was to Rancho Bernardo, who's a Division 1, by the way. And Rancho Bernardo beat them 35-31. There were 6 lead changes. Would that have been exciting? 6 lead changes, with the Broncos scoring the game-winning touchdown in the final minute. And the Nighthawks, their second loss in a row. So that would have been an exciting one. 35-31. Rancho Bernardo won that one. And then number 8, Patrick Henry, demolished number 13, Bonita Vista, 48-20. But they dropped 2 positions doing it. So, again, you have to go back to the chalkboard. We're old school. We don't use those dry erase stuff. Chalkboard to figure out how that stuff works. Looking at Division 2, that's what Centro and Brawley are in. Granite Hills is number 1. They had their 4th win in a row after a season-opening loss. And then defeated Central last week 42-7. Their head coach, Kellen Cobbs, became the winningest coach in Eagles history with his 73rd victory in that game. And then Mira Mesa is number 2. They shut out Division 1 Scripps Ranch 28-0, but they dropped from number 1 to do it. Yeah, you have to check that chalk out on that. Centro's number 3, moved up 1 position despite getting beat 42-7. They move up 1. And then Ramona dropped their 2nd game in a row, a loss to Fallbrook, who's a Division 4, mind you. And they dropped 1 position as all to number 4. San Marcos is number 5. Another one of note is, and we mentioned it right off the bat this year, that Oceanside used to just be a power up there. The Pirates of Oceanside High School, that's where Junior Seau played, many other players that went on to the pros. But they are having troubles. They're 0-5. They lost their 5th game last week to Torrey Pines, 14-9. The Pirates haven't been 0-5 for start of the season since 1941, when they went 0-7, and then they were 0-7-1 in 1921. So they need a win quickly, or they're going to be put back many decades ago. There are several teams, a couple of teams in Division 4 and Imperial Valley, and we will take a look at those rankings as our halftime show continues in just a moment.
Learning a new skill, continuing your education, or returning to school for the first time can be stressful. IVC has the resources to help you succeed by offering programs to eligible students who qualify for tuition assistance, book grants, and additional programs like IVC's Kitchen Pantry, housing program, career services support, and so much more. Let Imperial Valley College help you become a college graduate. Visit imperial.edu/admissions to register today. Imperial Valley College is recognized nationwide as a top 10 community college for college excellence.
Start the day off right with your favorite drink from Brick House Coffee, next door to Brick House Deli at the Lisa Tucker Center in Imperial. Brick House Coffee has so many drinks to choose from. Hot drinks, blended drinks, or cold drinks, including the best tea in the valley with different flavors. Open daily with a convenient drive-thru. And next door, Brick House Deli with big, full, fresh flavors. The Valley's premier deli, serving breakfast and lunch. So come visit them both at the Lisa Tucker Center on West Ayton Road in Imperial.
We mentioned Fallbrook a moment ago. They beat Ramona, Division 2 power, 24-7. And the Warriors, it was their 4th win in a row. They beat the Bulldogs for the first time since 2003. Really? So think about it. No player on their team was alive prior to that the Warriors had beat the Bulldogs. That's kind of cool. Calexico's number 2 in Division 4 after they shut out Hoville 39-0. They're idle this week before they host Imperial next week in the Imperial Valley League opener. Palo Verde, after stopping Imperial 33-9, they moved up to number 3 from 4th. They're at Barstow tonight. Kind of interesting there. Mission Bay lost to number 5 Montgomery 9-6 and dropped from 2nd to 4th. And Montgomery stays as 5th. Interesting there is Mission Bay and Montgomery both have 4-1 records. Montgomery beat Mission Bay, but Mission Bay's a point higher.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't figure that one out.
Yeah, I didn't bring the aspirin either.
There you go. Okay. And number 12 is Holtville. They have a tough contest, as we mentioned before, to number 4 Mission Bay tomorrow. And then Chula Vista, mark there. They had their first victory of the season, a 14-12 win over Division 3 number 16 Olympian. And I'm not sure Chula Vista's ever beat Olympian, so that was interesting there. And they're number 13. A couple of schools in the Valley are in Division 5. Vincent Memorial is number 2, still unbeaten as they doubled up Setties 42-21, but dropped down a spot from last week. But they're still unbeaten. They'll play Bonita Vista tomorrow night. Escondido Chargers now the new number 1, and they were idle. So they leaped over Vincent Memorial being idle, and Vincent Memorial doubled up Setties. Yeah.
Well, okay. So
but you don't count Setties as a power.
That's what I was going to ask.
Yeah, exactly. And then Crawford is number 3 at 3-1. Classical Academy number 4 at 4-1. And then Mar Vista has just one game But it was the first win. It was against Coronado, though. Division 4, number 17, Coronado 27-13. Southwest is 0-4. They're number 13. They did move up one despite the loss to Santa Fe Christian, and they have the city title tomorrow night. Calipatriot, number 18. They're at Claremont tomorrow night looking for their first win. Their first-year head coach, Brian Carter Martin. So that takes a look at what the rankings are and the games for tomorrow night. So hope you can tune in to KXO to listen to that game, the city championship of El Centro tomorrow night at Cal Jones Field, where the Central Spartans will host the Southwest Eagles. The Tigers will kick it off here in the second half, going left to right in your dial from the south to the north here at Shimamoto Simpson Stadium. And Ethan Gonzalez will be doing the kickoff. Already had his 8th kickoff into the end zone as a touchback tonight. Let's see if he can get number 9.
No breeze.
Yeah, no
breeze whatsoever.
We've been having breezes, but then we also look at 106-degree temperatures the next few days, too. So, things started to get warm a little bit here in the valley.
Yeah, and kind of need to send us some of that cool weather.
Exactly, yeah. And the leaves are starting to turn up in Idaho. It's so pretty when it starts turning up there near the Boise area. It's going to be a line drive ticket. It's going to be picked up at the 7-yard line. Right out to the 10 to the 15. Crosses out to the outside. Tries to turn the corner. Not going to happen, as Pablo Moreno will put a stop on that, as the return man is Jaden Yancey. And the Hawks will take over 1st and 10, and they will be at their own 19-yard line. So when you think about it, if you'd have kicked it in the end zone, they'd have got up to 20, so I guess it was okay kicking it shorter, huh?
Yeah.
We get an extra yard out of it.
It made them work.
Yep.
Yeah, you're not going to outrun Pablo Moreno and Joel Villacampos, I'm sorry.
He thought he'd be able to get around the corner there.
You're not going to outrun those two. So, defensive alignment looks the same for the Tigers. Alvarez, Apodaca, and Chills, the front line for the Tigers. And J.J. Jimenez and Zach Ray, and linebacker.
Ethan Reeves usually is in a linebacker spot. He's on the side now, and it's going to be a penalty against Gila Ridge to open the second half. And it's going to be a 9-yard. It goes all the way back to the 10, a half a distance. I wonder, I didn't see what it was. Is it a personal foul?
I missed it.
Yeah, I did too. But it's going to back them all the way. It's going to be a first down now. And they're going to move the chains back also.
So I missed that one. I don't know what happened.
Did he go down when he went down to get the ball? Did he go to a knee?
Oh, he sure did.
And that might have been, yeah. And
it was bouncing.
Right, and it was right there. So I think that's what it is. They brought it back to there. And so the ball was brought back to inside the 10-yard line. So, yeah, I believe he did. Now they're going to be a 5-yard penalty. Delayed game, possibly. I haven't seen.
No, somebody moved. The right guard moved.
All right. That'll put it back to the 4-yard line. Oh, delayed handoff up the middle and getting out to the 10-yard line. We'll get that 5 yards back. Here's Galaz.
Right. Zach Ray reached out and just tripped him up from behind. Nice holder on the left side. On the front line for the Hawks. Yeah, there's something new going in for the Tigers. Number 18, Darian Romo, winning for J.J. Jimenez. Hope he's okay.
So 2nd down and 9 from the 10-yard line. And off again to Galaz. He's going to be hit at the line of scrimmage. He's not going to get much there. He's going to get out across the 10 to the 12. Will be a gain of a couple. But a 3rd down and about 7 coming up.
Good job by Max Alvarez. Fighting off the blocker. And then he reached out and grabbed the running back along with Zach Ray.
It's like an old school pinball right there, just bouncing back and forth across red jersey.
And 2 big boys he's got to go against. Zach and Alvarez.
It's a big 3rd down for Gila Ridge. Deep in their own territory, throwing 12-yard line. 3rd down and 7.
Right. Good time for a stop right now.
Right. Big stop right here. The Tigers get good field position after the punt. On the short side of the field, they'll send a wide receiver to the near side, and that's Faber. 2 wide receivers, one really, really wide to the left. Quarterback comes up to talk to the center, and they're going to call timeout. So with 10:25 to go in the 3rd quarter of play, it's the Tigers 7, And Gila Ridge, 0.
Start that day off right with your favorite drink from Brick House Coffee, next door to Brick House Deli at the Lisa Tucker Center in Imperial. Brick House Coffee has so many drinks to choose from. Hot drinks, blended drinks, or cold drinks, including the best tea in the valley with different flavors. Open daily with a convenient drive-thru. And next door, Brick House Deli with big, full, fresh flavor. The Valley's premier deli, serving breakfast and lunch. So come visit them both at the Lisa Tucker Center on West Ayton Road in Imperial.
For over 60 years, the Imperial Quarterback Club has supported all sports teams at Imperial High School. The money they raise goes a long way, keeping our kids busy with school activities. Members are parents and community people who care and want to donate their time. If you would like to become a member, call Betty or Larry Zinn at 760-355-1312. That's 760-355-1312. The Quarterback Club wishes the Imperial Tigers a great season. Go Tigers!
Gila Ridge back to pass, going to throw a short one to Gallows. It's going to be knocked down by the Tigers defense. And a 4th down and 7 from the 12 coming up.
18. Oh, wrong roster. Darian Romo. Oh, that was Romo. Just came in to replace J.J. Jimenez. Knocked that down. Little screen pass off to the left.
A good job by the Tigers defense to force the Hawks to go 3 and out and have to punt. Seth's job deep to receive will be at the Hawk 47. And again, the punter's going to have to kick from right near the goal line. That's Lancaster.
We had a good rush the last time he kicked, so hopefully we can do the same.
Good snap back this time. It's going to be blocked. It goes into the end zone. Lancaster's going to pick it up, runs out to his right, and he's tackled in the end zone. Safety. By the Tigers, their second of the year.
J.J. Jimenez just went in.
They got that one?
Well, he picked it up.
Or who made the tackle?
He made the tackle. I don't know who got it.
So the safety, that's the second this year, both against Yuma schools, as the other was against the Bola earlier, a couple of weeks ago. And the Tigers now lead it 9-0, and Gila Ridge will have the free kick.
Maybe we can watch the video, see who blocked that kick.
I saw Zach in there, and it might have been Zach Ray.
It might have been Zach.
Yeah, he came up. I think he came up to the middle, and he covered that good too. There was no way that was getting anywhere.
Yeah. He got close the last time, and we have to give it to him. Oh, look, we got the replay coming.
Okay, we're gonna get the replay and see who it is. We'll go to our side. Coming from the middle. Who was that? 56.
Oh, Ethan Reeves.
Ethan Reeves.
Thank you.
Yeah, appreciate that.
ESN just showed us the replay. That is awesome.
So yeah, Ethan Reeves right to the middle of the line, too. Gets up and blocks it. Had it covered well.
We need to have him travel with us.
We'll be in Calexico next week.
We can't see. That'll be awesome.
And the Reeves name is familiar. You want to tell?
Yes. Grandpa was our team leader, and you didn't mess around with him there.
No.
He was a leader.
Wes Reeves from the class of 76. This is his grandson, Ethan Reeves. So after the free kick.
Yeah, you didn't mess around. We didn't need a coach on the field with Wesley.
Well, he was a good captain. Make sure to keep things lined up orderly. They'll be kicking off from the 20-yard line. And kicking off the tee. Deep to receive will be El Barron on the far side and Rashard Robinson on the near side. And it will be their running back, Michael Galaz, who also does their kickoff. Normally, we'll be doing it now. So he's going to try to kick this thing as hard as he can and as far as he can. But the Tigers should have great field position here. It'll be a high one, and Barron will go back inside the 35-yard line to get it. He goes out actually inside the 25, gets to the 30, out to the 35, fumbled. Like there was a fumble, and Gila Ridge may have recovered that. It came right out the back of his hand.
I did not.
And it is. Gila Ridge is going to cover it. See who comes up with the ball. It's going to be Matthew Cardona who will come up with the loose ball, and the fumble gives Gila Ridge excellent field position now at the Tiger 40-yard line.
That was a pretty kick, though. It had some height on it.
Angel trying to get a little bit extra by that.
Yeah.
But recovered by Cardona. And
we got to see a little bit of his speed. It's just that once he got hit, he was trying to do too much spinning.
Wow.
Got hit by the blind side and didn't see it coming.
That's a big forced fumble by this Gila Ridge team. Instead of the Tigers having it at their own 40 with good field position, Gila Ridge has excellent field position at the Tiger 40. Now let's at quarterback has a running back to each side of him. And going to have to go up the middle. Gets hit at the line of scrimmage. He's going to drive his way for a couple of yards, though, to the 38-yard line. It'll be a 2nd down and 8 from the 38.
Good job by Max Alvarez to stay home. Avoided the first running back who was supposed to hit him. Then he comes in, makes the tackle for the Tigers. They get about 2 yards?
2 yards.
2 yards? Okay.
8 carries and 20 yards for him on the night. Had a 100-yard game against Southwest and a couple of touchdowns in their opening game. This is just Gila Ridge's 3rd game on the season. This is the 5th game for the Tigers. Late entrance by Richard Bean, who comes in late for the Hawks. Chase Carter runs off. They're going to get a delay if they don't hurry up. They hurry and get to the line. And they get the snap off. Takes the handoff, rolling out to the right. He's got room to run. And he's going to pass the short one, going to complete it to Lancaster at the 25-yard line. He's going to be ran out of bounds, but it will be a 1st down on a gain of 13.
I don't know if I've seen anybody.
There's nobody out there on that side.
Defensively watching him at all.
Yeah.
They all went to wide out, and the 2 guys were on him on the sideline.
The quarterback could have ran a bunch on that, even. Credited for a 12-yard gain. That's the 3rd catch for Lancaster on the night for 36 yards. So 1st and 10 for Gila Ridge. Hand it off, 2nd back through Skelas. He's going to hit the line of scrimmage and then brought down at the 25-yard line. Will be a gain of, put it at the 24, gain of a couple, 2nd down and 8.
That's what I like to see right there. J.J. Jimenez making the tackle right at the line of scrimmage. Filling in that gap.
So 2nd down and 8 from the Tiger 24. Big fumble on the free kick. The Tiger defense has to come up big now to try to nullify that and keep the Hawks out of the end zone. Tigers leading it just 9-0. So very close game.
Right at 8 minutes to go in the 3rd. We need to stop right here.
Run from the pistol formation. Elvis at quarterback. And goes in motion, hand up the middle. Be hit at the line of scrimmage. You're still going to get forward progress to about the 21-yard line, a gain of 3, but a 3rd down and 5 coming up.
Aiden Shields and J.J. Jimenez. J.J. with his 4th and Aiden with his 6th of the night.
And Lee Elder checking in, saying the Browns won tonight, beating the Steelers 29-17. And as Lee pointed out when he said Joe from the UK is listening, he was saying it's 5 hours ahead of us. So it's early morning hours listening to us, and there we really appreciate you listening in to tonight's game.
Got a timeout. Well, maybe not. Hold on.
The way they were moving around, kind of like it was, but it's not. Then you kind of
the whole team,
Then you kind of wonder, is there going to be a delay of game again, because they're taking a long time getting ready on this 3rd down and 5 from the Tiger 21.
The whole team started going towards
and yet they just stayed in the huddle for the Hawks and didn't move. And they're finally coming up to the line now. Under center now is Navas. Long count. And off 2nd back through Quidez. And he gets hit behind the line of scrimmage. He'll get to the 20, a gain of 1, but a 4th down and 4, a big 4th down coming up for this Tiger defense again. They stepped up big earlier. Let's see if they can do it again.
Ethan Reed.
A good game tonight. Hearing his name a lot now.
I got to put in that block punt so I don't forget later. Make that note.
4th down and 4 for the Hawks from the Tiger 20. Just under 6 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Imperial 9, Hawks 0.
You know, those last 2 running plays for these guys, it takes a long time to develop.
Urquidez is in the backfield. He'll go to the left side of Navas at quarterback. And is there movement or offside?
Oh, delay game.
Yep, there's the delay game. They just been taking a long, long time, and we keep waiting for a delay game call, and here it comes. So now it's going to be a 4th down and 9, and bring it back to the 25.
Oh, gosh. Enough for 2 time, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's just they're taking a long time to get ready on that Hawk offensive team. So 4th and 9 from the 25.
He goes all the way to the sideline, get the play, and then comes back.
A lot of steps their quarterback puts in.
I couldn't do it. I'd buy myself an intercom.
Yeah.
The other coach yell at me.
There you go. Get like the NFL quarterback.
Yeah.
Going to go under center now on a 4th and 9. Goes back to pass. Sets up. Going to look out to the far side.
Oh,
and it's going to be a penalty flag against the Tigers. Yep, it's going to be a pass interference against Imperial, and a 1st down will be coming up for the Hawks. It was intended for Braden Faber, and between the 2 Tigers, I'm not sure he'd have been able to catch it anyway.
No.
But it was a bang-bang play, but the Tigers, it was an obvious pass interference against Imperial.
Yeah, they picked on the sophomore there.
And that will give them a 1st down.
Well, it's going to take a long time.
It's taking a long time to decide, but should be a 1st down.
They haven't marked the ball yet. They're also ready to go.
15-yard penalty will put it down to the 12-yard line. And a 1st and 10 for Gila Ridge.
I was hoping to see this kid's big foot because he's got a big foot on the kickoff.
Yeah, he does.
He really does. Some yardage.
Now that's the quarterback under center once again. Takes the snap. Hands it off the right side. Urquidez. It gets hit in the line of scrimmage. He'll gain nowhere. No gain of the play. 2nd down and 10.
That was pretty easy the way Zach came in. Zachary Ray hit that hole and just took him down. Right at the line of scrimmage, I believe.
2nd and 10 of the 12. Under 5 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter. Tigers up 9-0, but the Hawks with a 2nd down and 10 from the Imperial 12. Then 2 wide receivers to the right side of the field. And then they'll have the 6'4" Lancaster to the left side. Fake the handoff, rolling to the right. Going to pass it. Incomplete. Goes over the intended receiver's head. No chance for a completion there. It'll be a 3rd down and 10.
Yeah, that has to be right on the money to get that one. I don't know who the defender was. I think it was J.J. Jimenez on it. Right on the shoulder. Oh, kid, he's what, 6'4"?
Yeah, number 18, Lancaster. Yeah, 6'4". That's good size. Moves well out there. He's shown you pretty decent punter, too. That's some good punts tonight. So 3rd down and 10 for the Hawks, the Tiger 12. I'm not sure they've attempted a field goal, but they're in position for it. Handoff will fake the handoff, back to pass. Looking over the middle, throws it, completes it, touchdown. Goes to Lancaster. It'll be a 12-yard touchdown pass, and it's a 9-6 ball game.
Wide open.
Yeah, there's nobody around him. I'm not sure how you could miss that 6'4" guy.
2 receivers right in the middle there. Yeah. I didn't know he was in the end zone. There have to be a breakdown there on the defensive side for the Tigers. The backfield.
And it comes after the fumble on the free kick.
That's true. Forgot about that. After getting the safety, and to give it away like that.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a big turnaround of points right there. They're going to go for 2, down by 3. Hawks under center. Quarterback's going to try it himself. It's going to be pushed by a big old lineman that'll help push him through, and it'll be good for the 2-point conversion. So with 4:23 to go in this 3rd quarter play, it's the Tigers 9 and the Hawks 8.
Have you been wanting new flooring but putting it off? Don't wait anymore. Derma floor covering has the flooring you want at blowout prices. Yes, I mean blowout prices. Hardwood plank, regularly priced $9.99 a square yard, now $3.99 a square yard. And over 1,100 square feet in stock. Select tiles, regularly priced $5.99 to $6.49 a square foot, now on sale at $1.34 to $1.99 a square foot. Stop by Derma's Floor Covering today, 220 North State Street in Imperial. Your flooring wishes can come true at Derma's Floor Covering.
Drive took 5 minutes and 48 seconds off the clock. An 8-play, 40-yard drive, but it comes after a free kick fumble by the Tigers at their own 40-yard line, and it's punched in on a 12-yard touchdown pass from quarterback Steven Navas to 6'4" wide receiver Cole Lancaster. And Navas will get the 2-point conversion, and it is a 9-8 Imperial game, and we welcome you live on KXO, 12:30 a.m. on your radio dial, as the Browns have defeated the Steelers tonight. And now you'll enjoy high school football from Imperial, where the Tigers lead the Gila Ridge Hawks of Yuma 9-8 with 4 minutes and 23 seconds remaining in the third quarter play. Deep to receive of the Tigers, Rashard Robinson on the far side, and then Halbrone on the near side. Rashard's going to go back at the 1. Brings it out to the 10, to the 15, makes the cut, is hit at the 20-yard line. Drives hard. He is just a hard-running freshman there as he'll get out to the 23-yard line, and that's where the Tigers will have the ball 1st and 10 at their own 23.
Took about 5 or 6 Hawks to bring him down. Strong run to this young man, freshman, Robinson.
Let's hope he stays for all 4 years. We kind of have to keep watching this young man run. The Tigers need to get something going in there. Really, their offense just hasn't been able to move a lot. So let's see if they made some adjustments in the second half, or at halftime, I should say. They have had the possession just once in the second half and went 3 and out. Hand off with the middle, nothing. It's going to be a loss on the play. There's nothing there. That's lots of white jerseys. Not just like 1 or 2 guys getting in there. There's a bunch of them getting in there.
1, 2, 3,
and
4,
Tiernan,
5.
the quarterback on the keeper, and it's going to be a loss of a couple. So 2nd down and 12, back at the 21. Man.
Oh, this kid is got a crazy tackler. Rickson Zaragoza for the Hawks. No, they've got those holes covered.
Yeah, they have the middle covered. Can we get it, veer it off the tackle, or run an option, or pass?
Yeah, we got
it. Passing. Nixon comes wide to the right side by himself. 3 wide left for the Tigers. And Robinson to the left side of Tiernan in the shotgun. The snap back, steps back, looks over to the near side, going to complete it to Nixon at the 25, out to the 30. Be shot out of bounds at about the 31-yard line. That'll be a gain of 10, but a 3rd down. And a couple coming up, make a 3rd and 1 for the Tigers.
Yeah.
Nice little quick hitter like that.
We got to keep doing that. Bring them up a little bit, and then little toss behind the defensive back.
3rd catch for Nixon on the night. Now for 89 yards. That's the career best for him. They'll run from the pistol now with Robinson on a 3rd down and 1. Hand it off Rashard on the right side. He'll get the 1st down, sidesteps one runner or defensive man at the line of scrimmage, and will get hit finally at the 39-yard line, but not until he gets 8 yards and a 1st down.
That's one of the Hawks players down. He's up now. They're 55.
Rashard now with 48 yards on 9 carries in the game.
I like the way he little zig down. He's cut right, cut left, and
they're thinking the same on that one. Tiernan back to pass. That's up. Now rolls out to his left. Gets flushed out of the pocket. Rolls out to his left. Rolls. He's going to keep it. He's going to get near the 1st down, near midfield, at about the 49, it looks like, maybe 48-yard line. Let's see on the far side where they said he went out of bounds. We're going to say it actually went out of bounds at the 46. But that's a gain of 7. A 2nd and 3 coming up. Good
read, yeah. If he decides just a split second earlier, he goes for the 1st down. He kept looking downfield, but once he decided to keep it, did well.
So the 46-yard line after the gain of 7 by Tiernan. It's a 2nd down and 3. Tigers approaching midfield, clock down to 2:22 and running here in the 3rd quarter. Nixon out deep to the right, 2 wide receivers on each side now. Tiernan hands it off to Rashard over the right side. He gets stopped at the line of scrimmage. It's just like they're waiting for him on some of those plays. It's going to be a loss on the yard. It'll be a 3rd down now and 4 back at the 45.
Leonard Scape. Big man for the Hawks up front. Brings him down.
Be closer to 5 yards for a first down at the 45.
I'd like to see somebody go in motion and
or fake the handoff.
A little Thompson, right there. They didn't give it to
him. Take the handoff, and Tiernan's going to keep it. That's what we're talking about. He'll get the first down, then some, into Hawk territory to the 46-yard line, and that's going to be a gain of 9 yards and a first down. That's the option we've been looking for.
That's what we needed right there. We've got to get outside those tackles. And the defensive ends, they're killing us. I mean, they're in our back, too, while we're handing off.
Gain of 9 on that one. Good job of reading that by Chris Tiernan.
And he had that ollie out to his right. He could have pitched it out to him also.
On the short side of the field to the near side, on the home side, 3 wide receivers for the Tigers, none out to the other way, but now Perez is going to go in motion to the left side. Handed off tackle to Rashard Robinson. He'll get inside the 45-yard line. Gets stood up at, about the 44? Big gain of a couple, 2nd and 8.
8 and Encinas for the Hawks, and number 32, Chase Carter.
So 2nd down and 8 from the 44 of the Hawks. Less than a minute to go in the third quarter. Imperial 9, Gila Ridge 8. Like a baseball score now.
And you know what? I don't know if they have it, but Seth can throw. He can throw
little option pass.
Little option pass.
Yeah.
Got a heck of an arm from center field.
Tiernan has Robinson to his left side in the shotgun. Low snap, though. Picks it up, throws it off on the far side. Hits at the line of scrimmage. It'll fall incomplete with 23 seconds to go in this third quarter. You know, we were watching the Oklahoma game against Nebraska last weekend. They threw a pass in the flat to their tight end, who then option passed it. The guy was wide open and went for a touchdown. So I follow him on Twitter, and he says, "Am I the new QB1?" He said he had the highest quarterback rating in the country, and it was tongue in cheek.
One for one,
right? 1 for 1 and a touchdown on top.
Yeah, number 23 was able to bat that down. Aiden Encina.
3rd down and 8 from the 44 for Imperial. Man in motion is Mason. He'll go around the left side. He turns the corner. He's going to get inside the 40-yard line, still on his feet, close to a first down on the far side. Let's see where the referees mark him out of bounds as he was shoved out of bounds very near the first down line.
We got to see
very close.
He made that corner.
He made the corner and showed a little speed there, you betcha. Evan Meza with a good run. And let's see if he's got the first down. It'll be really close. Yep, first down for the Tigers. Good job. A gain of 8 and a first down for Imperial.
Got to keep doing that. We got 10 seconds. Are they going to let it run out?
And that will be the end of the third quarter play with the score. Imperial 9 and Gila Ridge 8.
Have you been wanting new flooring but putting it off? Don't wait anymore. Derma floor covering has the flooring you want at blowout prices. Yes, I mean blowout prices. Hardwood plank, regularly priced $9.99 a square yard, now $3.99 a square yard, and over 1,100 square feet in stock. Select tiles, regularly priced $5.99 to $6.49 a square foot, now on sale at $1.34 to $1.99 a square foot. Stop by Derma's Floor Covering today, 220 North J Street in Imperial. Your flooring wishes can come true at Derma's Floor Covering.
Wake up with Broken Yolk Café. Open daily at 7 a.m. Serving your favorite breakfast. From omelets, pancakes, eggs benedict, waffles, and yes, Mexican breakfast too. Broken Yolk Café serves lunch till 2 p.m. From sandwiches, salads, and yes, of course, the all-American cheeseburger. Broken Yolk Café thanks you for voting us the best breakfast in town. Once again, you can order online at Broken Yolk Café, El Centro, or call 760-352-9655.
Beginning the fourth quarter play, the Tigers will have a first down and 10 from the Hawks' 36-yard line.
Just in that commercial, did you guys make it to Broken?
Yes, we did. I have to tell you the story. I always get a omelet, and I have mushrooms, spinach, and bacon put inside of it. They're massive. I took my time. I ate half of it. We boxed it up. I'll finish during the second. Robinson in the backfield with Tiernan. Gets the handoff, gets hit immediately, but he's going to get inside the 35 to about the 34. So give him a couple of the 2nd down and 8. So we boxed it up. Peggy boxed up what she had left because we didn't want to pig out and eat all that. That's those huge omelets there, Brooke and Yolk. And then we got home. I said, I'll have that for my lunch and then watch the Oklahoma game. And we left them there. We left them there. Man, it was so good. But yeah, I was disappointed. So next time we're going to have to try to remind each other for it. So 2nd down and 8 from the 34 for Imperial. Kiernan hand it off to Robinson again. Robinson will make a couple of moves and power it to near the 30-yard line. We're going to put it right at the 30, so a gain of 4, but a 3rd down and 4 coming up.
Braden Faber made the initial hit. He had about 3 or 4 other.
56 yards on 13 carries for Robinson, leading all ball carriers in the ball game. Tigers will send 3 wide receivers to the right side, Perez, Suarez, and Nixon. Zach Way will go tight left, Robinson in the backfield, Kiernan under center. Hand it off to, fake the handoff, Kiernan's going to carry it himself, and he's going to dive to the 32, and he's going to be a couple of yards short. So the Tigers are looking at a 4th down and 2 from the 32. And that was about the best thing he could do on that, really. Good option.
Yeah, I lost the ball. I thought he had given it to Rashad.
They'll actually put him at the 33-yard line. So a 4th down and a long 2, short 3 from the 33. Big 4th down for the Tiger offense. And the Tigers are going to call timeout with 10:04 to go in the 3rd quarter play, or the 4th quarter play. It's the Tigers 9 and the Hawks 8.
Bo and his team of employees at Dan's Auto Body are constantly striving on giving you 100% satisfaction on getting your vehicle repaired and fixed right. Dan's Auto Body is grateful for the support they hear from the job they're doing and being highly rated with CarWise.com. Yes, accidents are disturbing, and Dan's Auto Body is here for you to ease the pain and fix your vehicle as fast as possible. Stop by at 1880 West Euclid Avenue in El Centro.
Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. I've been providing private security locally for more than 20 years and have owned Southwest Security for more than 6.5 years. I'm proud to announce that we have over 250 employees working here in Imperial and Coachella Valley. Last year, I opened Southwest Postal, offering you 24-hour access 365 days a year. PO box service to you. Also located at Southwest Security at the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro. If you're in the need for security services, please call us at Southwest Security at 760-970-4500. That's 970-4500.
After the timeout, Tigers are 4th down and a long 2. At Robinson in the back of Tiernan, who's under center. And in motion is Suarez. Handed off for Shard on the right side. He's going to have the 1st down. He'll get down to the 30-yard line, or the 25-yard line, I should say. That is the 35-yard line, 25-yard line. Go to the 25 and give him a 1st down.
Yeah, I like the way he stayed down low, and he kept driving. Good job by Rashad Robinson.
So he'll get 3 yards on that. And put the ball down to the right at the 25-yard line. A 1st down for Imperial. Now approaching 60 yards in the game with 59 on 14 carries. Tigers ready to go again, and now Seth Shaw into the lineup in the backfield. Kiernan from the shotgun back to pass. That's up. Throws out in the flat. Incomplete. Almost looked like it might have been a pass interference. As the defender, Angel Mendoza, looked like he had a hand on his back. So it'll be incomplete.
It looked like he wrapped him around the waist.
So it'll be a 2nd down and 10. Stops the clock with 9:34 to go. The Tigers with a touchdown will really go long toward a victory if they can get that
here. Yeah, we need a touchdown instead of that field goal. I'd like to see Gonzalez's big foot again, but we need the touch.
Although if we got the field goal, we'd force them to get a touchdown to take the lead. Robinson back into the lineup. He'll go to the left side of Tiernan, back into the shotgun. Puts the snap back, heads back, gets flushed out of the pocket, rolling to his right. Looking downfield, he's going to run it. He's going to cut out toward the outside, going to get the 1st down and a little bit more. Gets run out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Let's see, we're going to mark that one out, but a good play option.
We got these wheels right there.
Yeah, which we haven't seen this year much.
Not doing that. Not like he was last year.
To the 13-yard line, that's going to be a gain of 12.
Good time for a 1st down.
30 yards in rushing for Tiernan now on 8 carries for Imperial. And a first down and 10 from the Hawk 13-yard line. Tiernan will go under center. Looks at his wrist to get the play. Man in motion is Perez to the far side. Hand it off, or takes the handoff, going to keep it himself. And Christopher is going to get a little bit of yardage. He'll get inside.
Can't see it.
He'll be inside the 10-yard line to about the 7 or 8. Let's see where they're going to mark it. It's kind of hard to see. Don't have a whole lot of angle, but it's going to go down to about the 7-yard line. It's going to be a good gain of 6.
Good game.
Second down and 4.
That's a good read there. Kept the ball. Went right around the right tackle.
So 6-yarder there, 36 yards now rushing for Christopher. 3 wide receivers have come way wide out to the left side of the field. Robinson will stay to the left side of Tiernan, who looks to the sideline, and the Tigers are going to call timeout. With 8:13 to go in the ball game, Imperial 9, Gila Ridge 8.
El Zarape restaurant in Imperial is 100% authentic Mexican cuisine. Their extensive menu features traditional handmade Mexican dishes with nothing but fresh ingredients. El Zarape restaurant has taken it over the top with their creative ideas like stuffed special quesadillas with carne asada, shrimp, or pollo asada. And yes, there's something on the menu for everyone, like 17 different burritos. El Zarape restaurant, open Monday through Thursday, 10 a.m. to 7 p.m., and Friday, 9 a.m. to 8 p.m.
The Imperial Tiger Football Association was started years ago to help the football team with much-needed equipment and sending the players to special training. Now, through their fundraising efforts from the past and now, the Imperial Tiger Association is proud of what they have accomplished and what they will continue to do in the future. They're always looking for new members. You can call Victor at 760-960-6317. That's 960-6317 if you're interested in helping out. Go Tigers!
Second down and 4 for the Tigers at the Gila Ridge 7-yard line. On the far hash mark, way over on the other side from where we're at. Tiernan goes back into the shotgun, has Robinson to his left. Perez in motion, handed off to Richard up the middle. Gets hit at the line of scrimmage. He'll twist his way, and he'll still get positive yardage out of it. It looks like it's going to be just a gain of a yard. So a third down and 3 from about the 6.
All our linemen were at the end zone already. They forgot the running back.
Push the running back. Give him a little help. We saw that on their 2-point conversion. There was a quarterback keeper, and they had some beef behind him pushing. We need to get that out there also. So third down and 3 from the 6 of the Hawk. Hawk running, 7:30 to go in the game. Imperial up by a slim 1-point margin. Turning under center as a man in motion in Suarez. Off left tackle, Rashard Robinson. Rashard looks like he's got the first down, but it depends on the mark. Be very close to it around the 3-yard line. See where they're going to mark. And it is going to be a first and goal for the Tigers from the 3.
Great.
That was tough 3 yards there by the young man.
Oh, that 32 hit him hard. One man hit him hard. And it usually takes a couple to bring Rashard down.
Perez comes out of the lineup. Moreno comes into it as a receiver for Imperial. Ray will go wide to the right. Actually, will go tight right. And they bring Nixon in to a wing right. Suarez will be on the left side wing. Rashard Robinson behind Tiernan. Christopher hands it off to Rashard over the right tackle and fights his way.
Oh.
But I don't think he's going to get it. I think he's going to be a little bit short.
He's inside the 1, I believe.
The ball got loose, but he was already down. Hawk picked it up, but it's going to be down. And they're going to mark it at the 2. So it'll be a gain of a yard. Second down and goal.
Inside the 1.
You look on the far side. Look how far it's showing from the pylon. I don't know. Let's see.
Look at Stell over here in this ref here.
Okay, we'll put it at the 1. Give him a gain of 1 on or 2 on that. Put it at the 1-yard line. And Turner will go under center.
Got to give it to Robinson.
Take it aside.
Oh,
Robinson, they run into each other. He dives towards the goal line. It's going to be near it. It will be a touchdown, Tigers.
The same thing. You see how he did it again.
Right. He ran into Tiernan, but then dove across and got the ball just across the line and will score his 4th touchdown of the night or the season. And the Tigers now lead 15-8. So a 7-point lead, trying to make it 8 with the extra point.
Great job. He took that big boy, Kobe Caldwell, 200-pounder, carried him into the end zone. I like the way he reaches for that little extra yardage.
Ethan Gonzalez will come in to attempt the extra point. And
J.J. Jackson's having to talk to their
right,
coach.
Coach Slaughter, head coach over on the other side, came out on the field. Yeah, J.J. said, no, go to the sideline.
There we go. Setting up for an extra point kick.
Long drive by the Tigers. Used a lot of clock off on that one. Ball was down, and it's not going to be able to kick it off. It was mishandled on the snap, and it will be no good. So with 5:49 to go in the ball game, it's Imperial 15 and Gila Ridge 8.
Simply at home, now at 607 West Main Street in El Centro, the largest vintage and antique selection in the Valley. Over 3,000 square feet of collectibles and antiques. With a wide selection of vendors, you never know what you're going to find at Simply at Home. Come check out the other great businesses inside Simply at Home's new location, such as Lolo's Essentials, Wicked Ink Tattoo, All Valley Estates, and Odds and Ends. That's Simply at Home, open Tuesday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 5:30, and Saturdays, 10 to 3, at 607 West Main Street in El Centro.
Your favorite NFL team plays on Imperial Valley's AM 1230, KXOL Centro.
Scoring drive for the Tigers, 20 plays, George, a 20-play drive. Would go 77 yards and would be capped by the 1-yard touchdown run by Rashard Robinson. Extra point was blocked, and it is a 15-8 Imperial lead with 5:49 to go in the ball game.
Okay, now we need to make a defensive stand and put this thing away. That was all Rashad there.
That was. It was tough on that one. Kickoff's going to go into the end zone, and it will be touchback number 2 for the night, number 9 for the year. And Gila Ridge will have the ball first and 10. Try to figure out the time of possession on that. It's 5:49. And then 4:11, it was exactly 10-minute drive. Wow. Yeah, they changed our clock up on that. No doubt about it.
We need it because we're not putting up a lot of points.
No, we're not. Sporadic on the movement of the football, but we did. It was nice seeing some of those options that Tiernan was running from the quarterback spot. Was able to pick up some yardage on that drive. He had 16, 28. He had 34 yards of that. Of that 77 yards was by Christopher Tiernan. Back to pass. They throw it to the near side. Intercepted. Pablo Moreno is going to intercept it for the Tigers at the 17-yard line. And the Tigers will have the ball first and 10, make it at the 19-yard line. The Tigers have the football right back.
Great read. He stepped right in front of number 2. Pick that. See, number Braden Faber. He ran that red all the way.
And that is his first interception of the season for Pablo.
Great job for Pablo. Most games he's led us with tackles.
So the Tigers take the ball right back, first and 10 at the Hawk 19-yard line. He just threw it right to him.
Right.
He played a good job of playing, watching the quarterback the whole time.
And there was somebody else, another Tiger defender in front of him. Didn't get a number.
Kiernan hands it off to Richard, and he just runs right into a Hawk who was waiting for him there at the line of scrimmage. It'll actually be a loss of a yard. Second down and 11 from the 20.
Yeah, that 23 is killing us. Aiden Encinas.
And 64 yards now, but 18 carries to get that. And he's had 3 carries of -1 and 4 other carries of 1 yard. Of the 18, yeah. So second down and 11 from the 20. Under center this time is Tiernan. Robinson stays in, gets the handoff over the left side, gets tripped up at the line of scrimmage, and he'll go nowhere, no gain. Third down and 11 from the 20.
55. Adam Duarte.
Actually, they're going to give him 2 yards on that, so he did get a couple of yards on that. Actually, 3 yards on that, so they gave him quite a bit of forward progress that they didn't originally show. He's going to be down at the 18-yard line.
Well, he's running into a wall there. He's got nowhere to go.
Yeah.
I wish he'd go out a little bit further out.
Richard stays in the lineup. Clock continues to roll. 4:19 remaining in the game. Tigers 15, Hawks 8. Back to pass. Going to throw it. Complete the pass to Dominic Suarez, they were just swarming all over that, though. And there's going to be no gain or maybe a yard. Let's see if they move the yard marker.
I don't think they're moving.
And it'll be a 4th down now. It's also attempted a field goal here. This could make it a 2-score game. There was no gain on that.
That almost looks like a backwards pass there.
It almost did. And there were a lot of white jerseys out there, too. Kiernan, the quarterback, is the holder. They're setting it up for a 35-yarder, 35-yard attempt. Ball is down. Kick is up, and it is good.
Great kick, Gonzalez. Second one of the year, no?
Yep. Second one of the year. And let's see. 37 yards? It's 37 yards, right? Okay, so 37-yard field goal. So that's one better than the one he kicked against Valley Center of 36 yards. So his second one of the season, and the third field goal of the season, I should say. And the Tigers now lead it 18-8, so it makes it a 2-score game for Imperial over the Hawks.
I remember, too, what was the third one? That one?
We had one last week. Oh, and then we had one at Valley Center, and then tonight.
I was trying to forget last week.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying the long drive we had home. What was that drive? A 5-hour drive?
Yeah, but
it seemed like it.
and no donkeys or dogs on the road.
Beautiful. Kickoff by Ethan's going to go through the end zone, literally, and that will be his 3rd touchback of the night, his 10th of the year. And Rich will once again get the ball at the 20-yard line.
That was 1 yard short of going out to the back of the end zone. I don't know how that skinny man put so much power behind that ball.
Yeah,
look how skinny he is. He barely leaves the shadow there.
165 pounds and 6'1", I think, something like that. Okay. But you're right. You look and you think, where does he get the power in the legs? An 18-8 game now, and 3:31 to go. Peter Ridge lines up. Takes the handoff. Back to pass. Looks over the middle, way over the intended receiver, Lancaster. Over his head. Incomplete. 2nd down and 10.
Good thing that was overthrown. Seth Shaw was there to intercept that. Yeah. He had that read all the way.
He did. He had that covered.
Bad thing is he put shorter than that receiver.
True. But then the good thing is the ball was thrown 4 feet over his head. Yeah. So that was the good part. That stops the clock with 3:25 to go. Tigers open up Imperial Valley League play next week in the Border City against the unbeaten Calexico Bulldogs. We'll be on the air at 6:45 Friday night. Fake the handoff, back to pass. A lot of time for the quarterback. Rolls out to his left. Now gets the pressure, pumps it off, incomplete, overthrows the intended receiver at the 37-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 10.
Had a lot of time, but when he started rolling out to his left, he kind of stumbled off by himself over there. Then he had to stop and throw against his body, so that was tough. Tough completion.
He kind of stumbled, too, a little bit before he threw it,
yeah.
And I thought he might fall down there.
As soon as he got his balance, stopped and threw behind the receiver.
3:16 remaining. The clock stopped on the incomplete pass. 3rd down and 10 for the Hawks from their own 20. They'll stack up 3 wide receivers to the right side of the field and back to pass. Goes down the flat, has a wide receiver wide open and underthrows him by 3 yards. That pass is there. I mean, the receiver was there and open, Michael Hayes. And it's a 4th down and 10 from their 20.
They need to run that same play again. Wow, they're going to kick. He was wide open. He just threw that.
He way underthrew. So Lancaster will stay in the lineup from his wide receiver position to do the punting honors, and deep to receive for the Tigers. Seth Shaw at his own 45-yard line. Tigers will play a little bit off the line to make sure he doesn't fake it.
Yeah,
and that's what he's going to do. He's going to run over to the far side. Tigers are waiting for it, and the coaching staff, you can give them a big hand up on that. Because they're the ones that held and watch. He may try to fake it. He did. The Tigers are going to stop him basically at the line of scrimmage, and Imperial has the football, 1st and 10, and they'll be at the Hawk 9-yard line. So that's going to be a loss of 1.
No way he's going to outrun Pablo Moreno.
No.
There's no way. Great job by the coaching staff to get.
Yeah, you could just see how they were setting it up, thinking, he might fake that. He's a good athlete. And the Tigers defense had that covered perfectly. So with 3 minutes and 1 second remaining in the ball game, Tigers with an 18-8 lead and a 1st and 10 at the Hawk 19-yard line. Snap back to Tiernan, takes the handoff, coming from behind him, and he's going to be sacked. I think that's the first sack, though, for the Hawks tonight, but it's going to be way back at the 28-yard line, a loss of 9, 2nd down now and 19.
There again, it's Encinas, Aiden Encinas.
I'll say actually his forward progress would be at the 25-yard line, so it'll be a loss of 6.
I think that might be the second sack for the Hawks.
Did they get a sack earlier?
I think it was in the first half. They came around. We were headed north. I remember the linebacker coming around the outside. Under center.
Hand it off, fake the handoff. Tiernan's going to sidestep one defender, tries to turn the corner, puts the hand out on the player for the defensive team coming up, but they'll get back to the line of scrimmage and nothing more than that. 3rd down and 17 from the 26.
Quincy Washington brought him down. Looked like almost had him by the face man. Yeah, 1:55, and the clock is running. What have we got, about 3rd and 17, 18?
They're down at about 17 at the 26. 1:42 to go. Clock continues to roll. Richard goes in motion, and we have 3 guys going in motion. That will be a penalty against the Tigers. Stop the clock with 1:37. And you can take your pick which one was in motion. He had a choice of 3.
But there's that play that I was telling you about where he goes in motion.
Mm-hmm.
It goes out where those guys are tripped to the right.
There was a play that they ran, was it a Valley Center, where they did that, and it was just a little pitch out to him to the side, and he was able to go.
They had nobody covering him.
Again, he goes in motion to the far side, back to pass Tiernan. Sets up. Gets rid of it, but gets hit just as he threw it, and it will go incomplete, intended for Zach Ray. And a 4th and 17 coming up from the Tigers from the 26. Now, can Ethan kick a field goal from there?
Just try it.
And timeout will be called by the Tigers to talk about it. With 1:25 to go in the ball game, it's the Tigers 18 and the Hawks 8.
Learning a new skill, continuing your education, or returning to school for the first time can be stressful. IVC has the resources to help you succeed by offering programs to eligible students who qualify for tuition assistance, book grants, and additional programs like IVC's Kitchen Pantry, housing program, career services support, and so much more. Let Imperial Valley College help you become a college graduate. Visit imperial.edu/admissions to register today. Imperial Valley College is recognized nationwide as a top 10 community college for college excellence.
1:25 to go in the game. Big 4th down play here for the Tigers as they have a 4th down and 17 from the 26. And Ethan Gonzalez is going to come out for a field goal. Now, this is going to be a 39-yard field goal. He's got the leg for it.
Oh, he does.
Tiernan will be on the hole. It's a 49-yarder. Ball is down, kick is up. It's going to be a little bit short, a little bit to the right, and would just barely miss a 49-yarder. That would be a school record if he was able to get that, but it will come up a little short. But in high school ball, the ball will be brought to the 20-yard line. So, yeah, you might as well go for it.
Sure.
Punting it, you may go into the end zone. It's going to come to the 20. So, yeah, you got a guy that can kick it. Go try it.
You just gained 15 yards.
Right. Just short, a little bit to the right. But, yeah, he's about at it. That would have been pretty cool.
Yeah, it would have been.
Yeah, school record.
Okay. Now we got to
have some defense now. The Tigers are still up by 10. Remember, they're up by 2 scores. but you can't give up a quick one and then they get an onside kick. So that's what we've got to march for here. So the defense is going to be all set. Under center is the quarterback. Takes the handoff, rolls out to his right, passes it. Going to complete it. No, in and out of the hands of Galaz at the 15-yard line. And so it'll be a 2nd down and 10, stopping the clock with a minute 13.
That was Ethan Reeves in the backfield causing some havoc there in the quarterback. Ethan Ramos, 51. That's what we needed. That's the one I was trying to think of. That kid was all over the field.
We'll recap the scoring and stats for you at the end of the game. Right now, passing for Gila Ridge in the second half, 1 of 7 for 12 yards. That's how good the defense has been playing in the second half. Take it down to 10. Fake the handoff. Back to pass. Gets flushed. Gets sacked. Got to get the sack back at the 15-yard line. 63. Like.
Yeah, Mac Alvarez got the sack, but Ethan's the one that made him step forward.
So he'll be back at the 15-yard line, and the clock continue to roll. 54 seconds to go, and it's a 3rd down now and 15 from the 15.
Yeah, Ethan went around from behind the quarterback and came back. Made him hurry that and then back. He's the one that finished him off.
Don't believe they have any timeouts left, so 33 seconds and continuing to roll in this ball game. Tigers up by 10. Going to hand it off. Got a little bit of running room for Galaz, and then it breaks down on him, and here comes the Tigers, and bam, they hit him hard at the 20. He'll get to the 21. They give him 6, but nothing more, and the clock goes down 15 seconds and rolling. 4th down and long, still coming up. 4th and 9, actually. And they move players in and out, but the clock's going to roll dead, and that'll be it.
That's it.
It's going to be it. The Tigers are going to pick up their 4th victory against the single loss and hand Gila Ridge their first loss of the year. Final score, Imperial 18, Gila Ridge 8, and we'll be back to recap the scoring and the stats in just a moment.
Start that day off right with your favorite drink from Brickhouse Coffee, next door to Brickhouse Deli at the Lisa Tucker Center in Imperial. Brickhouse Coffee has so many drinks to choose from. Hot drinks, blended drinks, or cold drinks, including the best tea in the valley with different flavors. Open daily with a convenient drive-thru. And next door, Brickhouse Deli with big, full, fresh flavor. The Valley's premier deli, serving breakfast and lunch. So come visit them both at the Lisa Tucker Center on West Ayton Road in Imperial.
For over 60 years, the Imperial Quarterback Club has supported all sports teams at Imperial High School. The money they raise goes a long way, keeping our kids busy with school activities. Members are parents and community people who care and want to donate their time. If you would like to become a member, call Betty or Larry Zinn at 760-355-1312. That's 760-355-1312. The Quarterback Club wishes the Imperial Tigers a great season. Go Tigers!
Have you been wanting new flooring but putting it off? Don't wait anymore. Derma floor covering has the flooring you want at blowout prices. Yes, I mean blowout prices. Hardwood plank, regularly priced $9.99 a square yard, now $3.99 a square yard, and over 1,100 square feet in stock. Select tile, regularly priced $5.99 to $6.49 a square foot, now on sale at $1.34 to $1.99 a square foot. Stop by Derma's Floor Covering today, 220 North State Street in Imperial. Your flooring wishes can come true at Derma's Floor Covering.
Final score, Imperial 18, Gila Ridge 8, and here's how the scoring went. The Tigers would score quick, use up just a minute 55 from the first quarter clock, and on a 3-play 67-yard drive, 65 of it on the touchdown pass from C.J. Tiernan to Jared Nixon. The extra point by Ethan Gonzalez was good, and the Tigers led 7-0. They would then get a safety that, who was it that came up with the safety on that? I can look back on it, but you probably have it more handy than I have.
Well, you know, I got this sack.
Yeah, we had a,
but I don't remember.
I don't want to say that.
56, I got this.
I know. Right, well, there was a block on a punt, and then by Ethan Reeves, and I want to say that Max Alvarez was back there. That may have, but it ended up, they tackled him in the end zone, and that was it on the stage.
I know Ethan was involved. I think Ethan got the block punt, but I don't remember who picked it up. J.J. Jimenez? I think J.J. is the one that was all excited over it.
The safety came to give the Tigers a 9-0 lead with 10:11 to go in the third quarter. But then the free kick would be fumbled back away, so Gila Ridge would get the football. They would go down and score their lone touchdown of the game on a 8-play, 40-yard drive that would consume 5 minutes and 48 seconds off the clock. A 12-yard touchdown pass from Steven Navas to Cole Lancaster. The 2-point conversion by their quarterback would be good, and it was a 9-8 Imperial lead. But the Tigers would come back with a 20-play, 77-yard drive using exactly 10 minutes off the clock, and would have a 1-yard touchdown run by Rashard Robinson, his 4th of the season. The extra point was blocked. The Tigers led 15-8 with 5:49 to go, and then they would put it away with 3:31 to go on a 37-yard field goal by Ethan Gonzalez, his 3rd of the year, on a 4-play drive, and the Tigers would cap that 18-8 victory for the victorious Tigers. They would have 6 of 15 passing in the ball game for C.J. Tiernan, and it would be for 105 yards. 3 of those, 89 yards and a touchdown to Jared Nixon. Then there would be Dominic Suarez would have 2 catches for 4 yards. I think my 5 looked better there. 2 for 4 yards. Zach Ray, 1 catch for 12 yards, accounting for the 6. So the Tigers would have 105 yards in the passing department. Then rushing, it'd be Rashard Robinson with 19 carries and 67 yards, looks like. C.J. Tiernan, nice to see some yardage from the quarterback, 11 carries and 30 yards. Did get sacked a couple of times, but still got the 30 yards in rushing on options. Seth Shaw, 5 carries, 10 yards. Devin Meza, 2 carries for 4 yards. So 67, 71, 101 yards rushing. So the Tigers with 206 yards of offense. But you got to credit the Tiger defense. They gave up 8 points in the game. Well, listen to these stats. Quarterback Steven Navas for Gila Ridge would complete 7 of 20 passes, but for just 57 yards. Wow. 3 of those to Lancaster for 36 yards. There'd be 2 catches for Braden Faber for 6 yards, and 2 catches for 15 yards for Jacob Arcides, so just 57 yards passing. Then you look rushing, their leading ball carry would be Michael Galaz with 31 carries on 11 yards. Then Jacob Arcides, 4 carries for 14 yards. And then you have Steven Navas, 3 carries, minus 23, had the big loss that went back near the goal line, and minus 4 on 1 carry for Faber, minus 1 for Lancaster. So they would actually have 72 yards rushing, 57 passing for 129 yards of offense.
Wow, great job for Tiger defense.
Tiger defense did a great job. You're right.
Wow.
Actually,
after last week, we needed that.
Let's make a check on that. Let's see, 31, 44, 40, put it back to 17. It'd be just minus 18. So they're going to get right around 40 yards of offense against the Tigers tonight. 129, I had extra number in there. So, yeah, the Tigers' offense looked good. Still not really going on all 8 cylinders. They still got to come up with something where there were too many times we'd have Robinson or Shaw run in the middle, and they were just getting stuck.
Yeah, everything was plugged up on middle. We've been able to push it against everybody, not put it in for scores, but we moved it up and down the field.
We'll look at the defensive stats for the Tigers in just a moment.
Have you been wanting new flooring but putting it off? Don't wait anymore. Derma Floor Covering has the flooring you want at blowout prices. Yes, I mean blowout prices. Hardwood plank, regularly priced $9.99 a square yard, now $3.99 a square yard, and over 1,100 square feet in stock. Select tile, regularly priced $5.99 to $6.49 a square foot, now on sale at $1.34 to $1.99 a square foot. Stop by Derma's Floor Covering today, 220 North State Street in Imperial. Your flooring wishes can come true at Derma's Floor Covering.
Wake up with Broken Yolk Café, open daily at 7 a.m., serving your favorite breakfast, from omelets, pancakes, eggs benedict, waffles, and yes, Mexican breakfast too. Broken Yolk Café serves lunch till 2 p.m. from sandwiches, salads, and yes, of course, the all-American cheeseburger. Broken Yolk Café thanks you for voting us the best breakfast in town. Once again, you can order online at Broken Yolk Café, El Centro, or call 760-352-9655.
Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. I've been providing private security locally for more than 20 years and have owned Southwest Security for more than 6.5 years. I'm proud to announce that we have over 250 employees working here in Imperial and Coachella Valley. Last year, I opened Southwest Postal, offering you 24-hour access 365 days a year. PO box service to you. Also located at Southwest Security at the corner of 4th and Highland in El Centro. If you're in the need for security services, please call us at Southwest Security at 760-970-4500. That's 970-4500.
Final score here in Imperial, the Tigers pick up their 4th victory on the season with an 18-8 victory over the Gila Ridge Hawks, giving them their first loss of the season. And defensively for the Tigers tonight, they look pretty sharp.
Oh, this is the way it should be. I like it. We have Pablo Moreno and Joel Villacampos, each with 6, beat the Tigers. And then the other 2 linebackers, J.J. Jimenez and Zach Ray, each with 4. Then we have, Aiden Shields also had 6 from the lineman for the Tigers. And then Max Alvarez, Ethan Reeves, each with 3, Devin Mesa, Victor Valenzuela. And I don't have to shot with anything. So that I like that. The safety's not having to do anything. But then Ethan Reeves also got them with the block punt. And Max Alvarez with the sack here at the back to the last drive, I think, for the.
And that big interception was nice for Pablo.
And Pablo Moreno with that interception.
It was big. Yeah, nothing against that, but we don't want to call his name on defense.
Oh, yeah, I like
playing the safety position. We don't want him making tackles way back there. And just looking at that, it was 57 yards passing given up by the Tigers defense, only 17 net rushing, so a total of 74 yards. So a great job for the Tigers on defense.
All around.
And moved the ball enough to get the 18 points and pick up the win. Got a safety by the defense. The defense, after giving up 33 last week, gave up 8 against a team that came in undefeated.
Yep.
Always nice to see. We'll be back to wrap this one up from Imperial, where the score was the Tigers 18 and the Hawks 8.
Bo and his team of employees at Dan's Auto Body are constantly striving on giving you 100% satisfaction on getting your vehicle repaired and fixed right. Dan's Auto Body is grateful for the support they hear from the job they're doing and being highly rated with CarWise.com. Yes, accidents are disturbing, and Dan's Auto Body is here for you to ease the pain and fix your vehicle as fast as possible. Stop by at 1880 West Euclid Avenue in El Centro.
El Zarape restaurant in Imperial is 100% authentic Mexican cuisine. Their extensive menu features traditional handmade Mexican dishes with nothing but fresh ingredients. El Zarape restaurant has taken it over the top with their creative ideas like stuffed special quesadillas with carne asada, shrimp, or pollo asada. And yes, there's something on the menu for everyone, like 17 different burritos. El Zarape restaurant, open Monday through Thursday, 10 a.m. to 7 p.m., and Friday, 9 a.m. to 8 p.m.
The Imperial Tiger Football Association was started years ago to help the football team with much-needed equipment and sending the players to special training. Now, through their fundraising efforts from the past and now, the Imperial Tiger Association is proud of what they have accomplished and what they will continue to do in the future. They're always looking for new members. You can call Victor at 760-960-6317. That's 960-6317 if you're interested in helping out. Go Tigers!
Your favorite NFL team plays on Imperial Valley's AM 1230, KXOL Centro.
And we thank you for being on the internet with us tonight on the YouTube channel and live for the last quarter and a half of this exciting game in Imperial, where the Tigers defeated the Gila Ridge Hawks by a score of 18-8. The Tigers now 4-1 on the season. The Hawks dropped to 2-1 on the season. And Imperial will be back in action next Friday night in Calexico against the undefeated Bulldogs in the opener of Imperial Valley League play for the Tigers. Now, the Imperial Valley League begins tonight, or tomorrow night, that is, with the El Centro City Championship, where the Central Spartans host the Southwest Eagles at Cal Jones Field. That game will be on KXO Live, 12:30 a.m. on your dial, and also the YouTube channel, with Carol Buckley and John Driffel calling the action there. So make sure to tune in tomorrow night for that ball game, and then join us next Friday night. Your final thoughts?
I'm going to go with Jared Nixon again.
Oh, yeah.
It started last week, and I knew that once he had that game,
I think so, too.
It up for him, and now the coaching staff and the quarterback is recognizing that. So I like that they went to him again tonight.
Showed some good hands and then showed some speed.
And then the speed.
Track speed that he will use later on in the season to get in the track. But, yeah, he showed some wheels out there for 6'4". He just eased away from the defenders, and that's kind of nice to see.
But I did, kudos to the defensive line for the Hawks.
Right.
They did a great
they
job.
did. They shut down a lot from the middle of the line against the Tigers tonight. No doubt about that at all. Well, final score here is we'll wrap it up. The final score, the Imperial Tigers 18 and the Gila Ridge Hawks 8. We'll be back Friday night from Calexico. For George Grijalva, I'm Mickey Dale signing off, returning you back to the studios of KXO.
Yeah. Good night, all. Thanks for listening in.